Happy Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve.
Merry Christmas Eve, everybody.
We all
Yep.
need them.
Carlisle here has got the right idea. Merry Christmas Eve to you too. Absolutely. Absolutely. So real quick side story. So I'm here set up in the house as I usually am for these Christmas specials. However, one little twist this time around. Mom got a new desk. Great. Wonderful. The monitor got removed off the old one. So when I came, it was like, hey, can you just we'll just mount the mount onto the wall and then just put the monitor. I'm like,
Just
okay.
mount the mount on the wall before you get. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, So 3 different sets of mounts and brackets later, because the right one was kind of lost, and then eventually we found the correct one, and then that's the one that we reconnected to put the original bracket that goes into the wall that connects the monitor, because the other one was for a TV.
A TV is kind of a monitor too, though, right?
It is, but the holes on the back are not going to match up. It's not going to line up to the bracket correctly.
Just use RCA's.
Yeah. It would have been fine if the mount, the connector that they had to the bracket to the mount there, if it hadn't positioned it right in such a place where you completely lose the ability to plug in the power.
Oh.
It directly blocks the IO. So it's like literally it just blocks directly where the IO. It's like, well, we could do it. Hey, the monitor would be on the wall 100%, but you can't connect any power to it and you can't connect the HDMI to it.
That's just like the air fryer. I bought a new air fryer, the same as the last one that kind of jumped out after a year. And I realized that the cord is like 8 inches shorter. I went, you buggers, because 10,000 units times 8 inches of cord, how much copper they're saying. Yeah. And I went, it won't go in. The fudge. Anyways, just wanted to pull that out. Air fryers are very important. They're almost like the new microwave. So of the
air fryers are the new microwave. All right, I like.
Well, from the 80s to the hey, the air fryers are nobody uses a microwave anymore. You can't cook anything. Can't make crispy bacon in an air fryer in a microwave compared to an air fryer. Oh my.
Well, yeah, it's a life changer right there.
It is.
So
if you like bacon,
so it doesn't matter what you cook it in.
Yeah, well, true.
I
just like bacon is a great end result for me. So.
I don't dig on swine.
Really? You don't eat even bacon?
I was gonna say bacon. It's funny. It's funny Eric brings this up, but dinner tonight was ham, and Carlos. Yeah, and Carlos Senior made the ham, and I was laughing because the only pig that I do is bacon, and Eric won't even mess with the bacon. What the hell, man? Like even Carlos, as picky as he is.
Ham? Did you eat
it? Was all right. It was all right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look, he made it. I'll eat it.
Was it a pre-cooked ham or a ham that had
No. He took his time cooking it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice. No, Carlos Cedar take his time. He's the one who cooks around here. So nice. If it's gonna get done fully, he's the one who's gonna be the one doing it.
Got it.
Yeah. You slaved yourself over the oven basically. You basically killed yourself, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
See. He'll make his cameo. He's just off on the distance over on the couch right now. He's just chilling.
We understand. We'll anticipate his entry.
Yeah. He's always on. He's on Facebook watching videos. It's basically Eric's life in about 5 years when he finally crashed his mountain bike for the last time.
Oh, I wouldn't give me 5 years.
Well, I'm trying to pretend that you'll try for medical science to heal you several times, and then eventually, for 5, just give up. There's nothing left that medical science can do for you.
That's what. So,
there's some good TikToks out there.
Honest to goodness, I get my back done earlier, this year, after being in bed for 5 months, and I go through the rehab and I go and I see the doctor and things are looking good, and I say, he's like, all right, well, you should be good as long as you don't crash again. I said, well, what happens if I do crash? And without even thinking, without even pausing, he just went, find another doctor.
You'll have to move to Canada for free healthcare at that point, I think.
He doesn't even want to see me again. He's like, find another doctor. I don't even want to see you in the office again. You mess yourself up again, don't come back. I'm like, well, that's not very nice.
Doesn't need the money.
Okay, you'd think you'd want me as a customer.
Well, I don't know. Are you paying like light button rates, or are you trying to get are you out there asking for coupons?
Listen, I would have paid anything to get out of that bed this year. So,
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, you're out
Good
of
to
it
know.
now, so there you
yeah.
go.
Yeah, until the next time it
Cool.
crashes.
All good. Till the
OPG's
next.
cardboard. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. Well played.
Nice.
Filthy
Good evening,
animals.
Dom.
Love it.
Yeah, good evening, Dom. Philly Joe. Good Merry Christmas, Eve, Carlos, and gang. Good evening to you. Merry Christmas. Why would anyone fry air? It's one of the great mysteries of our time. Rob Taylor, happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas, absolutely. Good times. He'll
Love
appear.
the card.
He's around. He'll appear.
Big
Little
head
Marcel
Carlos.
right
Oh,
there.
Just put my glasses on. There you go. Have a Joe Cargilly. Merry Christmas to you too. Absolutely. But yeah, it's usually when I show up, basically, it's like, all right, so what task have you aligned for me?
What? Well, you already got the monitor task, so
Yeah, dude, we got that one. That was this one.
Anything
so
else?
I was able. So far so good. I think that's it for now. I suspect there will be something else before I leave this place. I can almost assure myself of that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I would think that Carlos Senior would be very good with mounting brackets and walls. You know.
Oh, for sure. But it's
With
just it's
screws
at
and
that
all
point,
that.
it's just more than anything. It's now having the extra help. It's because it's a little tougher for him to move around with it. The medications result in a lot of
Sure.
it's a lot of water being left in the legs, so it's and in arthritis. So between these things, it's like, yeah, he knows how to do it. He can talk you right through it step by step, but it's doing the physical act of doing a lot of those things is problematic.
Got it.
Yep. Otherwise, yeah, he'd do it himself, and it would have been done in like 20 minutes if we have the correct wall mount. That became the issue. The issue wasn't getting it done. The issue was getting the correct thing to attach to the wall.
So Eric, you went high end with the Ritz, eh?
Yeah, usually I'm a wheat thins guy.
Okay. Did you
Uh,
get the cheddar Ritz or just the regular Ritz?
Bobby, you've known me for quite a while now.
Low salt Ritz? Ritz? No.
I
no.
go plain, regular, everything. I
Chocolate
don't get
sticks
anything
aren't plain
fancy.
and regular. They're kind of, deep fried, like little
I
know.
do.
disemboweled. Anyways,
I don't do fancy. I don't do extra flavored. Plain. That's what I like. So plain Ritz, right there. Ritz crackers.
well, you have hot dogs with pepper, lots of pepper. That's not
Yes.
plain. That's not plain. To nobody else in this world is that plain.
I just, we just came back from a family Christmas Eve party
Must be
where
different.
we all had prime rib. It was delicious,
With lots of pepper.
and everyone, of course, has to comment that I'm at my end of the table. Shake it, 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 shake it.
Have you considered that maybe they're commenting because you're going shake it instead of just doing it like a normal person?
Doing it, yeah. Because I
No.
just go like,
All that extra action might be the reason they're looking at you. Might not be
You're
specifically
not supposed to
because of
say
the.
shake it, shake it, shake it while you do it.
I think that might be your problem.
yeah.
I
People
don't
like
know.
to hear that word more than
wrong on
5
this.
times.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Also, when I eat with my, with my fork, I go, "Ooh."
That's
If
not
you-
plain either.
Yeah.
That's okay. Everybody has their
I don't know. That's the way I was taught.
inequities.
What can I tell you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If my mom shows up and says hi, you can ask her. She used to play airplane. That's how I learned how to eat, so I still do it.
By used to, you mean last Thursday?
That's why you drive your bike like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you consider
Yeah.
this may have played into so you try to do this, in the forest on your little bike there, and the problem is there's all these trees in the way. It's like crash, 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 crash.
I'm still trying to convince you guys. I'm biking straight. The trees jump out in front of me.
They do. They do.
Hmm.
It's Lord of the Rings kind of, tree, whatever his name
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Wizard of Oz stuff, Lord of the Rings, all that stuff. The
Mhm.
trees come alive, start throwing apples at me.
Oh,
It's-
Treebeard is his name. Yes, that's right. I
it's
forgot.
bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, today, hobbits. Anyways, I do like the Lord of the Rings.
Here you go.
And
Pepper hot
Zeppelin
dogs.
sang a lot about the Lord of the Rings.
I can believe this. It says we need the opinion of the Elder Carlos on this topic. I think we'll get the opinion of the Elder Carlos on this topic. I think this is very important. There are a lot of questions. A lot of questions.
I don't see what the problem is. throw a little mustard on there. You throw a little pepper on that.
Mustard and pepper. He's a plain Jane. Yeah, whatever your name. Sure.
This is on hot dogs we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys
man.
don't eat out very much because.
So
you
real
don't
quick,
like
I just want your
anything.
opinion on one thing. What do you
Yeah.
think about putting pepper and mustard on a hot dog? Pepper and mustard on a hot dog.
Lots
Especially
of
the pepper part
Not
in
just
particular.
a little bit of pepper. A lots of pepper.
Oh, ¿cómo se llama?
I'm not talking about hot peppers. I'm talking about little pepper.
Pepper, black pepper.
Yeah, black pepper. Yeah.
Pepper the spice.
Yeah, Carlos Sr. is a straight no. He's,
Yes.
No.
Okay. He concurs.
Yeah,
I
he's a straight
concur.
no on that one. Mm-hmm.
Carlos concurs.
Yeah.
You crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey, he's not going to use his annual appearance on that, but you just be assured it was a reaction of words and then That's a no. The negatory on that.
All right. Since Carlos Senior says it's a no, I maybe I'll have to take a second look.
Okay.
Yeah. And there you go. Paul's got his opinion as well. We got that thrown in there. Good evening, Paul.
Where's
Philly
your
Joe.
mug,
At least
Derek?
Philly
Is it
looks
full of
like Philly Joe
M&Ms?
back in. Philly Joe back in. There you go.
Throw some onions on there too. Chopped onions. That's a good time too.
Onions. See, he's going a little far now. Because I don't even like onions on stuff.
Yeah.
On a
Wow.
salad, maybe. But
Interesting.
I mean,
Interesting.
actually, I had onions on my salad today.
Yeah, we have a guest, a former guest fan, super fan of the show, texting me, saying that so I don't want to
Is that
reveal
Billy Cilio?
they need more senior, and they are very excited for the upcoming cameo. So,
Oh yeah. Listen, right
It's
now
a
the
yearly
moment is
thing we look forward to.
getting
It's
stuff
almost
in the
like the
chat.
summer solstice. Like,
it's tradition.
yeah, we're
It's
getting
tradition.
stuff in the chat. We're getting stuff on the phone. People are excited about senior.
yes, as I am.
Yeah. I'm telling you. See, Bubba, they're getting excited about your cameo. So we'll time it out. We'll wait a little bit. You keep watching your Facebook videos, and when the time is right, I'll beckon you.
Yep.
We
So I'm
gotta let him
close
watch
to
his
his
face.
age, actually, in a weird sort of kind of almost ish way.
I was gonna say more of an ish. He's
yeah.
yeah.
Ish is there.
Yeah, he's already cracked 7-0. He's already in the set.
That's only 10 years. I got 10 years on Eric. I got
Mm-hmm.
how many years on you, Carlos? More than
20.
15.
20.
20? Was it
'Cause
20?
I have-
Probably close to it. Well, if you got 10 on Eric,
I have-
Eric's 9 years older than I am. So if you
Okay.
got 10 on Eric, it's close to 20.
Well, he's 50. I'm 60. So, yeah, I got 10 years on
Yeah.
Eric, and you got, oh, my.
Yeah, he's a pup.
Damn it. Okay, I'm going in regression. I got to go back.
There you go.
Why
Works
women
out.
do? Why can't we? Uh-oh.
Yeah, but they use stuff to pull their face back. And, hey, oh, wow, I look really young that way, don't I? Huh. Okay, maybe I'll get it.
The
done.
door opens.
Look who we got here, folks.
Mama,
Hello, everybody.
howdy.
How's it going?
Merry Christmas. Look what she has.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's not for
Pepper.
you. She literally just
Pepper.
brought it just so you could see it. That was the point.
Pepper and onions and bears, oh, my.
How's it going, Kathy? Merry Christmas, Kathy. How are you?
Good. Good.
Merry Christmas, Mrs.
Got
Wade.
cookies.
Cookies, homemade?
Not this time.
Oh,
There
oh,
there
okay.
you go.
I did that for many, many years. I don't do that anymore.
I get
Well, I
it. It's,
buy them.
it's
There you
easier.
go. Well, that's where we're at. That's where we're at the house here. You know,
Yeah.
I've got at the table. There's a bunch of desserts. There's a coffee cake. There's a bunch of things like you go to the store and you buy it.
Right.
You know? we're not putting in that kind of effort. It's like it's become a joke since all the adults everybody in the family is adults. Christmas is like it's the exchanging of the gift certificates,
Yes.
the gift cards.
Mhm.
It's very easy to do, but yeah, so that works. And then there's the and then
hate
for the
gift
most part, it's a quick operation. It's like, yeah, all right, everybody's like,
All right.
Merry Christmas.
5 minutes, it's
Merry
done.
Christmas. We're
Take
good.
out the decorations.
We do Secret Santa now, where
I'll
we
have
do.
the whole house cleaned up by tomorrow night and back in the attic if I had my way.
We gave up on even the pretense. We don't even do the tree or even fake tree, nothing. Like we're just the presents are like on the floor over here. There's like a thing there,
kicking
and that's it.
around.
That's all that's going on. We steadily give up less and less and less energy into this.
Yeah, we're a little bit
I
old
used
for
to make
Christmas.
cookies for weeks, and I used to have the neighborhood kids in, and we would decorate cookies, and I'd be baking for weeks. And no, not anymore.
Kathy, which ones did you make?
Oh, I made all different kinds.
Okay. What was your favorite to make?
I used to like making snickerdoodles.
Oh, I've never had those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're Canadians. We don't know nothing about this.
Yeah, what do you know?
Pretty much, you know.
Yeah,
We
no.
have Smarties and we don't have M&Ms, so whatever. My mom used to make peanut butter.
Yeah, I used to make peanut butter,
Yeah,
chocolate chip.
I remember the peanut butter ones. Yeah.
Yep,
Mhm.
snickerdoodles.
Snickerdoodle. So you put a Snicker in the.
Oh, that would be awesome.
No,
Oh.
they have cinnamon on the outside.
Why are they called Snickerdoodles then?
They have nothing to do with Snickers bars.
I was gonna say if
Really?
it had to do with Snickers, probably someone getting sued. I have heard of Snickerdoodles though. Like I have heard of them.
I've heard of that, but I didn't. I thought it was related to Snickers completely.
No.
No, definitely not.
Really?
Definitely not. Mhm.
Okay. Well, there we go. See, lost in translation here.
Yeah. Billy Joe here says Merry Christmas to Suede. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Billy Joe. Sarah
Merry
Joe here saying
All my friends on the chat.
absolutely. Average Joe is saying get a poll, Carlos. Are you talking about the Festivus poll, or are you just talking about some kind of a poll you want? I don't know. We always have to ask. You never know. Like it's like, so what kind of poll are you asking for?
Yeah.
What kind of poll are you asking for?
Yep.
I'm all about the Festivus poll.
Yeah.
Made of aluminum.
Now, here's the thing. Other than potentially whacking somebody with it, did they ever specify in the Seinfeld episode what he does with the pole? I kind of want to know, and I also kind of don't want
I kind of don't. Yeah.
Kind of don't.
to. I'm just saying, they mention the pole, but do they ever specify what's going on with that?
Could be used during feats of strength to smash your opponent. I'm not sure.
Well, at least that's legitimate. That's bordering on Thunderdome, and I'm kind of into that.
Yes.
That'd be fine.
Yes.
No,
I'm still
that's
waiting
fine.
to till they make a Thunderdome game kind of
Mhm.
action, kind of escape room type ish kind of thing. Yeah, that'd be good.
I can see it. So otherwise, how are the holidays treating you, Kathy? How are things?
All right. Yep. I got my shopping done, and which wasn't a hell of a lot to do because
Mhm.
again, it's gift certificates and cash and whatever. But what little I had to do, I got done, and I'm
Well,
ready.
we've been having a problem here in Canada with, well, probably in the U.S. too. A lot of the gift certificates, people will come in and scratch them and put them back in the holders.
Oh,
So we got our son one $100, and then it was already scratched, so we couldn't even get our money back for it, which was sad. So
oh wow.
yeah, so they've been going in, and what they do is they take them, they scratch the backs, and then as soon as you cash them, boom, they're in there. Yeah, as soon as you register them, any which way. And that was kind of fun.
No,
Yeah.
I guess not.
No, it's okay. It's only $100.
It was on the
I
news.
make that on trinkets and what have you, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's-
It was on the news last night that they found in Massachusetts, somewhere in Massachusetts, they found 80 packages from Amazon out in the woods. And they found that the driver was so stressed out that they just couldn't deliver them all. So they just dumped them in the woods
Really?
and it just left them there. So they found them all and returned them to Amazon, and they redid them and sent them out. But there was 80 packages because he just couldn't handle it anymore.
Darn millennials. Honestly, who does that in today's world? I wouldn't even hear about that 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Bobby, I would 100% bet you. I would bet you all kinds of money that it was basically someone like Eric. It had nothing to do with millennials.
It could
It's
be,
one
yes.
100%.
He's on his bike. The parcels
I'm not
fell off.
He's like, you know what? I give up. I give up.
I'm done.
Christmas is stupid.
Yeah, Christmas is a humbug, and yeah.
Humbug. This is stupid. I'm throwing him
Yep,
in the
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to try. Didn't even make the attempt. And it had nothing to do with stress. The stress was like, oh my God, lifting a box. You know what? We're done. That's
Rotten
it.
kids didn't deserve them anyway.
Christmas is over. Jeff
Yep.
here says, Merry Christmas, Miss Wade. Absolutely.
Thanks, Jeff. You too.
I like this comment though. Cece says, "Merry Christmas, Eric. Miss Wade is so nice. What happened to you?"
She's asked that for so many years. She
I
can't
know.
figure it out.
I can't figure it out.
Well, she does blame my dad a lot.
Well, that's true.
Eric's the spawn of a lesser steed.
Wow.
There you go.
Josh here. Merry Christmas, everyone, especially you, Kathy.
Especially.
Nicely done, Josh.
Hey, listen.
I know. I'm not going to tell Josh to shut up.
Tell Josh to shut up.
I'm not.
Oh, it would make his Christmas.
No, Josh is a nice.
Oh, you don't know how much he likes it. He's a sicko.
Come on, Mom.
Tell Josh to shut up.
I was gonna say, tough times. Now, speaking of, I do want to touch on something from last episode. Say, what we need to do is we need to find a way to mute Eric in real life. We just need a real mute.
Yeah.
Just for everybody's sake. That'd be great.
Can you help us out, Kathy?
Yeah, we're gonna work on it, Kathy. We're gonna need a button or something.
I haven't figured it out yet.
We got some good luck money in the pot for you.
Well, Kathy, you already know the hip has been replaced. You already know there's a bunch of broken parts.
He's
you just
slow.
go straight for whatever the greatest weakness is. Go straight for it.
Yeah.
You just go there first, and then that'll take care of half the job right there. And then just get a jar of mayo and throw it on top of him, and he'll melt or something. Like I'm sure.
I have to listen to him whine.
I know.
But at least he's melting while he's doing it.
Yes,
It's a lot like the Wizard of Oz. It's like that. It's fantastic.
Mhm.
So I wanted to touch on this, and Eric, you'll appreciate this one. So I wanted to acknowledge, and Brian North, who's been a great supporter of the channel and the live stream and everything in the past as well as the present, actually on the last live stream left, I guess it's like a super chat or a super thanks. It's actually one of those little donation things that you can do on there.
Okay.
I put it on there, and it was very nice of him. So I did acknowledge the comment. He put $50. It was very nice.
Oh my.
But that's the reason I want to acknowledge it here. But what I did is I
did you get our
replied
cut?
back. I said,
Oh, just
I'm right now. Yours is in the mail with I think
Canada
Norwegian Post because
Yeah.
Canada Post didn't work out, so I went to Norwegian Post. And
Mm.
Eric's is right now being transferred into Bitcoin, to be transferred into Ethereum, to be transferred into Doge, and then by the time it's done, he'll get a bill.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is the right thing. But so I did acknowledge it, and I said, I told him thank you very much, completely unnecessary and everything. But I want to read his comment that came right after that because I think we'll all appreciate it. I think you'll enjoy this one, Eric.
Please do.
He says, "Happy to support the channel, which is my go-to listening content for working around the house every Saturday." Well, fantastic. Glad we could help in some way. My only regret. This is why I want to read this comment. My only regret is that I didn't donate during the live stream so I could get the getting stabbed GIF recipient reaction.
Oh.
So Eric, this is the IRP. Like, oh my god,
Where's your knife, Eric? Where's your knife?
As soon as I saw that, I was like, that's how I know you get it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the IRP reaction. It's one of those. So Kathy, it's one of our kind of our friends that do a thing, but they have this problem that they cannot get gifts, and it's like they get a gift and they're like, oh, and it's almost like you're hurting them by giving them anything, and it's one of those deals. And then you just watch them, and it looks like you're stabbing them. It's like, "Arr, arr, arr." And it's very dramatic. It's incredibly dramatic. I'm sitting there like he's like, I'm awesome, guys. Give me gifts. Let's go. It's fine. I don't have this. I don't have this problem.
Yeah, right.
I'll take it. It's fine. Just hand it over.
Dramatic to them, traumatic to us.
Yeah, I did enjoy though that he asked about the getting stabbed gift recipient reactions. Like Brian North, for you. Oh, you shouldn't have. Oh no. There you
7
go. Just for you.
hours later.
Yeah, it was. It took 7 hours to get through all that. I was very proud of him, Bobby. 2 episodes, 7.5
That's good,
hours, just to
Amazing.
get through that. It's a lot.
I'm
Play
impressed
the long
at
game.
how generous all of you are to each other. You're really a nice bunch of guys, and you're so generous to each other. And it's more and more. I am blown away at some of the generosity between each of you.
It took 20 years, but yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, like I said, I happen to think that, a lot of people wait until the holiday season to do charity. And I like to think that charity begins at home and it's consistent. And I don't like to help the less fortunate. I like to help the unfortunate. And that's why Eric is here.
You gotta let him
To
talk to you.
make Carlos the more fortunate.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, the key though, Eric, is that Kathy's like, he's making some solid points.
Yeah.
That seems logical. Like that seems
That's what
reasonable.
your mind. It's actually he's going. Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, like that sounds right. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out.
Well, she likes all you guys better than she likes me. You should see how she treats Yannick when he's here.
I can imagine.
I like Yannick.
She's a great host.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Joshua says, I guarantee
Welcome to
Eric
visit.
will love. I guarantee Eric will love what I have for him. See, Josh is promising. Best
Well,
make promises there.
His gift is sitting on my desk, and if he showed up when he was supposed to, he would have had it.
Well, there you go.
I
Well,
can
one day we'll have to all come down and
I can see his gift right there. So
So Paul was saying, yeah, you got to go play some Call of Duty. Have a great Christmas all, except Eric.
Call of Duty on Christmas Eve.
Well, listen, Paul enjoys screaming at children and then having them scream back.
Yes.
It's like there is a lot of that. So if you're very
Screaming,
passionate about it,
bricks. Yeah. I get
there's
it.
a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger that needs to be
a
taken out.
lot going on there.
You would think that Call of Duty, given that it's literally a war shooting game, would be enough violence. And it's no. Then there's verbal violence, and then the violence may extend out from there. There's a lot going on. In the spirit of the season, I'm sure this very festive anger and cursing.
I feel like I missed out on video games because I can't make references. So it's kind of tough. I guess I'm too old.
I was completely lost until my daughter.
You were found?
No, I've never been found. My mother.
No one was looking.
Oh,
My
trust.
mother lost me on purpose and has never come looking for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. The effort goes back to that Amazon thing. Remember the Amazon thing about not trying to deliver the packages?
Mhm.
The search party for you is the same people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Bobby, I
It's
didn't
the
know
81st package. Anyways,
I didn't know anything about video games till my daughter got old enough and started getting into it all, and I kind of overheard or experienced things through her. But until the last handful of years, I know I was still with Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. I started with Pong in the 70s. My gosh. Beep.
Oh yeah, we had Pong with the paddle.
That's all we got. That's as good as it got for me. Actually, I played Half-Life with Steven on the computer back in the 2000s. Yeah. That's it. It was fun. But we played together. So, it was fun. Otherwise, I know nothing about any other video games. Call of Duty, I see it online and I just go, okay.
Yeah, it's not something I got too much else going on. I don't have time to sit down and play video games, but I know people
But
enjoy.
everybody does, though.
I don't.
I feel left out.
Well, you and I are left out together because I don't play with them either.
I'm also confused about the part where Eric says he doesn't have enough time. I believe he's got a lot of time. He's got a lot of time to crash into trees. It seems like he's got more than enough time. He's got lots of time to kill.
Tell him I have crashed into a tree in weeks.
That's because you haven't gone biking.
That's right.
Well, that could be.
But the
that.
law of averages is kind of catching up with you next time you hop
I was
on
going
the
to say,
bike.
there's a cause and effect here thing, Eric. Like, I can only be a man of peace if I'm allowed to be a man of peace. If I'm not allowed, then what am I supposed to do?
Then you're not a man in peace. It's the way it works.
If you
Happens,
don't
man.
be riding in the woods, you can't hit a tree.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like works that way.
You're making good points.
I know.
You could just do laps around a Walmart parking lot somewhere. You realize,
Yeah,
like, you
that
could
would
just
be-
do that. You could just. I bet you don't crash into any trees there.
No, it's more dangerous. Cars in a parking lot, they'll kill you.
Stay in the driveway.
All right, I'll stay in the driveway. Yeah, but you'll try to hit me in the
I
driveway.
was gonna say,
boulevards
then you'll
sticking
know
out.
who's driving the car that hits you. You just narrow down the list of suspects. Is it Kathy, your wife, neighbors, people that
Get
came
those
from
little
across
boulevards
town?
sticking out,
Yeah.
where they have a little tree and a bit of gravel and
Would actually be great is if the family booby trapped his driveway so that they had a pop-up tree. he's trying to run into the driveway. They hit a button and like boom, he still manages to crash a tree. How did you manage in your driveway to
Don't give
crash
her
into a tree?
ideas. Please
they
don't
got
give her.
ideas.
We got great ideas. In the spirit of the season, I'm here to give, Eric. I am giving.
Mhm. It is better to give than receive. You understand that, right?
And when it comes to Eric, we will all give him everything he needs.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And deserved.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
PC says, Miss Wade, are you a collector as well? If yes, what type of items have you collected? So that's a question for you, Kathy.
I like roosters.
Oh,
Interesting.
wow. Some people say elephants because good luck. Some people roosters. So why roosters?
I don't know. I think they're pretty. They're colorful.
Mhm.
When I moved here and I sold my house, I had to give up a lot of them.
Mm.
So I don't
Oh, you
lot-
had that many.
Oh yeah, I had a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
I had to give up a lot of them, but I still have a number of them with me.
So it's trinkets and pot holders and bowls and ceramics and pictures and
I
things
had to give up a lot of
Yeah,
them for
but
that
things
stuff
with-
though.
I just don't want people thinking that we collect live roosters out in the backyard.
Yeah, no.
Well, you need hens to go with the rooster so you can have the eggs. Fresh
I am
eggs.
frightened if Bob Boozle can, in fact, read my mind. But I am thinking, so there will be Eric, I will have you know there will be a follow-up to this.
Yes.
Kathy, thank
Oh,
you in
yes.
advance.
Oh, this
Thank
is
you in
all
advance.
fodder for later. Yeah.
Thank you in advance. You've done us a wonderful service this day. A wonderful service. You have no idea how much we appreciate you for
No
this
idea.
wonderful service you have done.
Yes.
Yannick, if you're good, give me a thumbs up.
We are truly blessed.
Speaking of Yannick, hello.
Hey,
Hey, Mom. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
Merry
Christmas, Jack.
Christmas.
I finally made it home.
Joyeux Noël. We'll say
Joyeux
it.
Noel.
I am happy.
So are things in your neck of the wood, Yannick? How's it going over there?
Today.
From where?
Yeah, it was a long trip. Just kidding.
He's at Yannick Senior's house.
I had dinner tonight with Mom and Dad. And
Oh, you came and went?
yeah, came back. They were pretty tired. Long day. Mom worked all day. She's a hairdresser, so
Yeah.
Christmas Eve is a big
Busy
time.
time, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. She goes to like some of those old folks' homes.
Okay.
She'll go to your own place kind of deal, and
Oh, it's just
anyway, it's
she
busy
delivers,
time for the
so to
week.
speak.
Yeah, lots of these people too are kind of they're lonely on Christmas, right? So that's
Sure.
kind of like their only visit of the day. So,
Mhm.
but it was nice. That's what she does. She likes doing. She's been doing it forever.
Mhm.
So she
Makes sense.
still charges you like $19.95.
$6.
Like seriously, mom charges $20. That's it. You get a haircut, you got the big hole. She charges $20, so it's affordable for everybody.
That's Canadian, Mom. That's like $2.50.
And
And a
US,
quarter.
no,
Yes.
the conversion is deadly.
So it's snowing here. I made it home. We had a great dinner, but we're having the whole family at my parents' tomorrow. So that's why kind of tonight we just kind of took it easy. So
And what did you have for dinner?
nothing Christmassy much, but we had like some like kind of like nice salad. We had a shrimp and a nice bed of rice with, that's it. Nothing like crazy. Just like big prawns, actually. Like kind of, yeah, red
Shrimp.
lobster-ish almost.
Red lobster-ish. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Invoking the red
Are they
lobster.
still red lobsters in the US? Or have they
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't go to them, but yeah, I think so.
Well, Eric, we've established you don't go to like 3/4 of the fast food, short food.
Well, you're in
baked
Boston.
food,
You gotta have
nothing.
red lobsters.
No, we have like legal seafood and stuff and other seafood places.
Oh yeah, I guess.
What,
so.
as opposed to illegal seafood? Like, what are we talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Legal seafood.
You're
What
the
does that mean?
child.
Imagine
does that
we're
mean?
going to legal seafood because I don't like that
Is
illegal stuff.
It's like, listen, I'm willing to be. We're being extra fancy today. I don't want to deal with any of that illegal seafood. We're going to the legal one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn
We'll
right.
pay extra.
Yeah.
So
I
there's
want
no
that rock lobster. Damn.
because the ocean's like across the street from my house. There's no
Right
like,
there.
It's
Change.
not really across the street, but it's down that street a little bit.
No, man, it's across the street.
I stand in my driveway and I go, "Oh, look, the ocean."
Yannick,
Oh.
so what I'm getting here, so we're all on the same page. What I'm getting here is you didn't throw him into the ocean even once. You literally could have chucked him into the ocean.
No, not yet. Not
There's
yet.
too many
But
sharks.
I thought
Too
about
many
okay.
sharks.
I thought about it. I planned it.
That
There's
would
a
have been like
map.
the first thought I have in my head. I'm like,
Have a
if I was
map.
there, I would have been like, looking at Eric, looking at the ocean. Looking at Eric, looking at the ocean.
And
Have
it's
you ever ridden his bike into the
It's swimming time.
If
Let's
it's
find
right
out
across
how.
the street.
Let's find out if Bougie can float.
And it's like a cliff. It's not like a nice beach. It's
Even better.
like a cliff, ocean.
Oh, it's like the bluff.
There's Buddy's
Okay, I got it,
backyard.
yeah.
There's kind of a little path.
This does
They
not
live, like, on a
discourage
corner.
me from what I just said. My previous utterance is actually gaining in strength.
So you're saying there's a bike path, Yannick?
Not necessarily, but that's kind of chain in a way that people like the sidewalk is right by there, but there's someone's yard almost kind of look like a boat launch ish. But anyway, I already all planned. It's just like you guys are ruining it right now. Like
Oh,
All I gotta say is one word: catapult. Is all I'm saying.
catapults.
Keeping it a secret.
3 consecutive comments here. Carlos says, "My mother-in-law collected nutcrackers. Should have seen that coming. I did want to make sure I acknowledged his comment.
Yeah.
That might
Well,
win the chat tonight so far.
well played by you. I've seen it all. Pumping roosters.
Mhm.
There's nothing that cannot be pumped in one of these things. We got to do what we got to do, man.
Roosters
what
might
you
be a top collectible in the group in the next little while. You might
Well,
have
you wait until-
competition
you wait until
there, Kathy.
You wait until Geoff gets
Mike.
excited about this, and it's going to be next level. It's going to be incredible.
I think I would
Zach
go
saying
for
I would-
hens, though. I guess it's a little cheaper.
We're gonna have to find out what Market Mover says on this. Zach says, "I was thinking, where is seafood illegal?" Well, listen, Eric apparently knows a few places. I don't know. There's distinction between legal and illegal seafood.
So-
I got questions.
Does Eric?
There
Okay.
are laws about fishing and getting seafood and selling it and things like that. And yes, there is a black market seafood situation here on the coast. Yeah.
Yeah, would the black market be situated by somebody who's literally right beside, say, within throwing distance of an ocean?
Right across the street, kind of.
That's a scallop guy.
When you got to make a buck, you got to make a buck.
So, does Kathy and Eric, do you guys eat a lot of seafood, or do you like it?
No.
I don't like it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Jeez.
I know.
God,
I don't
you
like
I
are
know.
right there. Every little bit of great seafood is right there. We love it here, but Lake Ontario doesn't have much seafood. Anyways,
Well,
No.
I wouldn't want to drink it. I wouldn't want to eat anything that came out of Lake Ontario.
no. There's enough. Yeah, there's enough mercury in them. Don't worry. Right job.
No, I like clams and I like shrimp and I
Okay.
like scallops. I don't eat fish. I don't
Oh,
like
really?
haddock or cod or that kind of fish.
Do you
Salmon.
like fish and chips? Kind of. No, never had. No. Okay. Fish and chips is big up here because we have a lot of Scottish and English heritage. So it's
Chippies.
a big thing. That honestly, growing up, there'd be 3 fish and chip shops like there is Tim Hortons, like today. You'd walk 40 feet and there's a fish and chip shop, and then there's another one over here, another one over there.
Yeah.
It was that way. Now there are very few and far between, but there's only a few good ones. So, anyways, that's my fish and chip story. I like haddock and halibut.
Yes, I don't
There
eat
you go.
fish.
Actually, I took Eric there. Remember, we ate there, Eric. Remember my place? It's called My Place, just not my place.
I was gonna say he took you. I was about to say you took him to the garage of knowledge. And
Garage
like,
of knowledge.
here's the treadmill, and here's the car,
And here's
and
the fish
that's the
and
garage of
chips.
knowledge.
Here's the
Enjoy.
fire.
Take pictures.
That was good fish and chips. Anyways, I'm kind of getting hungry now. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, we did
Well
have
played.
shrimp last night, and we had shrimp and chicken breasts that were breaded, and then we also had prime rib, and it was just poof, so much. I
Became
do
a
love
food
a little
stream,
bit of-
just like all the other ones. They all become food streams eventually.
They do, especially when I'm here because I'm sort
Mhm.
of I don't know, a foodie, I guess. I could be called that.
Well, Eric is a foodie too. Like, I
No,
won't eat that. I won't eat that. I won't eat that. He's like he's an anti-foodie. He's basically like, I won't eat
He
that. I
is.
won't eat that. Nope. That's a nope on that. No,
No.
my customary rules suffice. That's all it is.
So you had to custom feed him every time. You had to make.
I don't custom feed him. If he doesn't eat what I cook, then too bad.
But he can't go out and eat because he never eats out. So
That's
I
right.
don't understand that.
When
Little
he,
butter and jelly, baby.
when he eats out, it's pizza, hamburgers,
Hamburgers where?
anywhere. He'll eat
Anywhere. McDonald's?
No, not fast food places, but regular restaurants. When he
Oh,
goes to the restaurants, he eats hamburgers.
okay.
Are these legal or illegal hamburgers?
No, that's the seafood.
We're bringing it full circle. Like, we're just
Gallop or something.
look. There's a whole black market that Eric's at. He's opening our eyes up to a whole black market that we didn't even know about.
I think so.
These guys have all eaten with me. They've seen the only thing I eat is pizza or hamburgers when I'm up
That's
there
it.
with them. They've never
In
seen
fairness, Eric, though, most of the time when you're with us, most of the time we're cackling. So like it's hard to
It's hard to remember.
distracting. It's
Yeah,
distracting. You know, there's a lot of we're starting to pass out from oxygen deprivation from all the laughter. Like there's a lot going on.
I promise they're laughing with me, Mom. They're not laughing at me like the kids back in school used to. No,
Oh,
they're
okay.
laughing with me.
Mhm.
And Kathy, I like that you're wearing Christmas red.
Yes.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Green or red. I'm wearing blue, but
Right.
whatever. It's just a jacket. Otherwise, I'm in the garage of knowledge, so it's
You are.
I'm wearing my new vest that my mother-in-law bought me.
Oh, that's nice.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Did you buy that with a gift card?
My mother-in-law bought it for me for Christmas. It's my Christmas present from my mother-in-law.
But did she use a gift card to buy it for you?
She may have.
Probably.
I
I'm
didn't
just
ask.
saying there's another layer to this.
It's
like
called
what if
gifting.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just said thank you. I didn't ask any questions.
Yeah, that is nice. I like it.
Comfortable.
Good. Yeah.
It's on the back.
Nothing.
What's on the
Weirdo.
it's just the one Boston Bruin. Just the one Boston Bruin logo, that's it.
That's
That's it.
all I could afford. I'm like, yeah.
Don't play with it too much.
It might fall off.
Yeah,
She bought it
bloody iron on.
yeah, the back of a car.
Yeah, it's temporarily glued on.
Which one's that?
OPG's here says
Gonna go complain to Phil.
that's
Hey,
the Upper Deck
Phil,
Retro lunchbox.
this $16.
I got this. Okay, check it out. I got this for a 6-year-old nephew, and I got the 10 for $20.
Yeah.
And then I got this to put in it
Oh, the artifacts, blaster.
because it was just
Oh,
the
that's a good
cheapest
blaster.
friggin' thing on the shelf. I couldn't believe it. That was literally $30, and that was the most affordable fucking thing they had. If you didn't want to bust over $80.
Blasters are expensive.
Anyway,
They're
and
expensive.
then I'm gonna throw some old school vintage raw in there with some supplies for him to learn how to put it on top loaders and stuff, and a binder. And this is gonna rip. I
Nice.
think he's gonna
You're gonna like that.
shit his pants,
That's cool.
literally.
I can't get it. It's too far back in this deep closet, but I have another version of that lunchbox.
What?
Yeah, I
Yes.
have one in the
Well, guess what? It's mine now.
Uh-oh.
And
Next
listen,
time he's over, it's gonna
if
be
you can get it out of the back of that closet, you can have it.
No problem. So,
There you go.
But hey, no, long story short, I'll have a little bit of vintage this. And believe it or not, as a kid, he likes Joe Sakic and Wayne Gretzky. And and both Connors, the Bedard and obviously McDavid.
My brother-in-law wanted to buy my son Steven an Otani pack, right? And I was there at the show, and I bought this 15 card pack for $40 for him. And
Okay.
the boxes were about, I think at that time they were about maybe $100. Now they're up to $160, and that pack has 15 cards in the single pack, and the boxes only have 24 cards. I'm sitting here going, wow, man, Otani's going up, eh? The packs and what have you.
See, this one you get 5 cards per pack, 7 packs. Plus, there's a bonus 2 packs.
What's 7 times 5? 35.
35 plus a bonus 2.
So 37.
And you can get a green base. That's the blaster exclusive, but there's
Ooh,
autographs.
Carlos would like that, maybe.
There's actually autographs in these too, and jersey patch.
Fancy.
Anyway,
No,
I guess
I
when
think
you're
it's good.
6-year-old, it's like, good name.
Yeah.
Well, I think though you're touching on something we were talking about the other day is that right now for any of those kids the blaster boxes are expensive. Like
Yeah.
$30 for a blaster is not cheap. So realistically, the singles are easier for honestly a lot of stuff. I spoke to the AMG folks and we were talking about a collector kit. You could build your own collector kit. That what you're doing is basically probably the best way. If you got a
Yeah.
kid who's interested, like get a single blaster box, then yeah, they're expensive, but one blaster box isn't too bad, especially compared to a hobby box. It's way
Yeah.
cheaper. A
Right.
couple of packs so they can open some packs, singles to have, and then some top loaders, some penny sleeves, the
That's it.
basics, and you've at least got the basics covered. And there you go. You can open up some stuff, and if you pull anything good, you got penny sleeves, you got top loaders, you're all set.
Yeah, it'd be fun for
I
them.
got him packs to rip last year, and it's all in the binder. There's no order, there's nothing in that, but you already got like the idea of, okay, I need to put him in the binder, and he likes flicking through his sheet. And like my buddy told me, he's like, man, believe it or not, he likes Gretzky and Sakic. So I was like, okay, I got some old, or I got some old like 90s stuff or whatever. So, anyway, and the ride collar, and then the Quebec Nordique shirt, not the freaking Colorado shirt.
Oh, yeah, for Sakic, yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
I think it's a good combo. I think it's well played.
I think so.
So
Yep.
yeah.
So PG's here had a comment here. I give up my collection for a 3-piece fish and chips after this chat. I know.
Wow.
I know. I understand. I get it.
Do you guys have any fish and chip places up there in Boston? Like, is it popular, or is it just a seafood, like, or is it illegal seafood, like,
No, we have a lot of, like fried seafood places.
Yep.
You should have specified, Bobby, legal or illegal fish and chips.
I did say legal, but
There's no chain places, because there's like
no, and that's what I really like about it, because, well, fish and chip places usually aren't chains here, but there are a few. Halibut House, but other than that, they've always been independents.
Yeah.
But then again, you have these other places that kind of take over because of like Applebee's and whatever. They don't have them here as much, but most everything is a chain now. We haven't had sustenance with independents for a long time, unless you're in a certain little area. Unfortunately, now it's all just chain garbage.
Yeah,
and I don't like it.
Independent places. There's quite a few, because right in this area, especially, Gloucester's a big fishing industry.
Sure.
Town, so there's a lot of places around the North Shore for getting seafood.
Yeah, I can imagine. Must be great. I always wanted a lobster roll down there. I heard of some great. There was the top 10. I watched the Boston top 10 or Massachusetts top 10 lobster roll places, and I went, "Oh wow!"
Yeah,
I forget the name of the winner, but if I don't think about it, I'll probably remember in a minute. So,
well, you'll have to come visit us. We'll take you for lobster rolls.
Okay, let's do it.
And by we, you mean we'll ignore Eric. You leave him at home where he belongs. Yeah, I think everybody come on. Everybody goes down, and everybody leaves Eric home, and then everybody else hangs out. We take a bunch of pictures, have a grand old time, and then we send him the pictures, and then he can pretend he was there.
Oh, you think you're joking? Let me ask you a question.
I wasn't joking. I was being 100% serious.
Hold on. Hey, Yannick.
You can hang out with Peter Forsberg. I'm sure there's some brooms he can show you.
Yannick, whose house did you sleep at the last time you were here?
Cat. Sorry, your mom's.
Wow. Yeah.
Pardon me.
Nobody comes here
I
to
think
see
you had a little indigestion for me.
Nobody comes here to see me.
Nope. No, actually, we were roommates.
Yeah.
She said, like, don't worry about him. Come and hang out with me. So
That's my standard operating procedure. I try never to worry about Eric.
yeah.
It's
Michelle left. He was all alone crying. Even Caitlin wasn't even there. She's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, gotta go.
Well, did you listen to him murmuring though? He's like, I hung out with Peter Forsberg. He's not a janitor.
No.
I swear, he's not a janitor.
He talks to
And
his
it's like-
rabbit.
He's a janitor though. He is though. That wasn't the real Peter Forsberg.
Yes,
The real Peter Forsberg is with zombie Ray Borg.
He says he doesn't think Ray Bork's my friend, and then he also thinks that Ray Bork's really just a zombie.
Well, I'm beginning on the premise that you don't have any friends. So to start off with, already that's a flawed argument.
Yeah, like that, aren't we?
Like that.
Just like that.
That.
I saw Kathy blinking. She was blinking for help me. This creepy man is bothering me. That's what I'm seeing.
Yannick knows, and we've told this story before. Yannick knows and can attest that I am friendly with Ray Bork because I introduced him to Ray 2 years ago, and they sat there and talked French with each other, and right there in front of me, and I know they were talking about me.
I know. He was asking me what kind of special kid that guy is. He's like, he just keeps following me everywhere. I said,
Mhm.
I know, just ignore him. He's not, he doesn't bite too much. So
Mhm. Mhm. All truth. All I'm hearing
Yeah.
is truth. Mhm.
so
Jesse,
I
you're
said
saying
hi,
I re-
Ray, but you know.
Josh, you're saying I arrived late. Did Carlos Senior make his yearly appearance? Not yet. I think we're approaching time. I think we'll get to it. You're almost ready to make your appearance. You're almost ready to make your cameo.
Sure, what do you want?
So basically, you can come down. You can sit down for a minute if you want. I'll give you this, and you can chat with them for 2 minutes, and then sit back in your chair and watch more Facebook if you want.
How much you pay?
Right now, Eric is willing to pay you at least $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, U.S. He says he only
US.
real money, only real money for Carlos Senior. So it's $100,000 U.S. It'll come straight out of it. He'll sell his entire collection. Most of it isn't worth anything, but he'll sell what he's got there.
He's
See, all right, I
much
got
as
Carlos
one
Senior. He's
soda.
coming. The retainer. He accepts your terms, Eric. So thank you for your generosity. Appreciate it.
If the money doesn't have a Trump face, we are okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you want, you can put that on. That way you can hear it. So this time around, I'll actually do it so he can hear you guys. So I'll do a little switcheroo.
Just in time.
You can switch. You can switch over. Yeah, they can hear you. The microphones are on, so
Yep.
they can all hear you. Want to see that? All yours.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute.
Feliz
Feliz
Navidad, guys.
Navidad, señor.
Feliz
How are
Navidad.
everybody?
He's
Yeah,
Navidad.
how is everybody?
Hi.
Good
Thank you,
yourself.
thank you. Getting
to
ready
see you.
to don't receive any present?
Yes.
Especially that one. So you see
Yeah.
that one right there? So that guy right
Yeah.
there, Eric, he's been lying. He thinks Ray Bork is still alive. It's very sad.
He does.
Good. The lie is good.
Yeah. Thank you.
He thinks Pele's still alive.
Yeah.
I know. It's bad.
I accepting any kind of money. He doesn't have Trump face.
Well, you don't have the problem.
In which
you also
currency?
you don't have the IRP problem either. So if we give you free stuff, you don't like get hurt. It doesn't
Yeah.
cause you a heart attack or anything. You're okay.
But what currency are we
So
accepting?
see,
Honey?
they were already asking here. Did he make his yearly appearance? So there you go, Josh. Merry Christmas, all, and Eric.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go. Merry Christmas, Carlos Senior from Josh. Be back in a sec.
So what's
You
on
see,
the
all
menu
the thing,
tonight?
all the thing I have to do to make Carlos talk with you.
Now, by the way, just so we're clear, even though I can't hear you, Eric, whatever you're saying, I'm increasing your like button fee. Every time you open your mouth, the like button fee goes up. Just letting you know. It went up again.
We have almost 300 years of living in this chat right now.
Well, we need probably like a 350s.
I think so, yeah, because we always have more
I
money.
included in discount again myself.
Yes, yeah, seniors discount. You got to include that. Thursdays
well.
at Shoppers Drug Mart every day.
We are Canadian. We get a discount for seniors.
Yes,
And now we get a discount. We are likable. And we get a discount because we want to.
that's it. Yeah,
That's a
That's the
good
best
Give
way.
me a discount. I don't want to argue.
Trudeau gives it to everybody. Now he does. He raised the prices, and then he gives it a discount. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'm
With the
pretty-
junior there, with the black hair. Need to paint
Pardon
some
me?
white, man.
Yes,
Who are you
right
pointing
here.
at?
Yeah,
Who are you pointing at?
Yeah.
It looks good.
I said he needs
Nothing
to
up
paint something
here.
white.
That's great.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
all here.
He wants to live in delusion. He's got.
You guys are all great. Every one of
There
you.
you go. Jess says, "Merry Christmas, Carlos Senior." Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. I got some black hair,
You got like two.
On the
Maybe if you're
knuckles.
lucky, we can count like
3
two.
or 4.
There might
you
be,
see
there might be
that
like
too,
one or two
yeah.
there. There might be like one or two there if we count. We're lucky.
One or two.
It's not going to be too much longer before Yannick's beard looks like Bobby's and I. So
Well, I've been having this thing more than like a 60 years because when I was kid, my hair become white.
Oh,
so
you're
that's
a kid.
So it's
Yeah.
Carlos's
I mean,
fault.
I've been
What happened to Carlos?
senior for all my life.
What about Junior? What happened to him?
He's a copy.
He'll catch up
Yeah.
soon.
did
Don't
your
worry.
hair turn white when Carlos was
It's pretty
born?
much true. Well, I had gray hair early too.
Sorry?
Did your hair turn white the day Carlos was born?
No, before that, because I know he's coming. Say, holy shit, don't start to get white.
Yeah.
No way to change it. Now,
No.
too late for that.
It didn't help. You did it.
Yeah.
It didn't help. You did it.
No help.
I always said that I
It makes it
earned
really.
all
I don't feel
mine.
bad for you.
Oh, is
Well,
that
nobody
Kathy?
get theirs. Not everybody. Some people just go, oh, look at me, I'm going to done.
Yep.
You're going to go
With
to the
sound
hole.
effects and everything, man.
Yeah.
We're
It's
still
rough.
here.
Tough times. Jeez.
No, that's not inevitable. We are going to live forever.
Well, listen,
And other people don't know that, but we are.
I think the
I
amazing
have to
Kreskin
torment
said
a
that
lot
too.
of people like Eric.
Huh?
There's a lot of people like that I have to torment out here. I got work to do, man. I'm busy.
Yeah, well, the reason I'm still here is because nobody want me there, nobody want me down.
Well, that's
is all
kind
true.
of good.
Yeah.
So you're sort of in
Yeah.
purgatory.
You stay there. Do we don't want you? Okay, no, nothing I can do.
I get you.
Good
Okay,
reason.
guys.
Yeah, you good for your cameo?
Yeah.
All right.
I hope you enjoy the cameo, like Carlos say, and have a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, I wish
Yes,
I was
sir.
there to try the ham. I love ham.
There we go.
Did they have a bone on it too?
Oh yeah,
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
yeah. Now, my other boss tell me I have to go and carve the bone and everything out because I want to. No, because she tell me.
Oh, Facebook?
Bossy.
No,
Listen
the
to
wife.
boss.
Your other boss's Facebook.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
videos.
No,
We watch
in here I am. In here I am the king in my house. This is my kingdom, and I say the last word. Yes, dear.
Yes, dear.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
you've only been married 147
It
years. So you
works.
got that going for you.
It makes
Be
life
like
go a
a-
little easier, that's for sure.
A long ass
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
A long time.
47, 48 years in that thing.
Something like that. Yeah.
Too late for change now.
That's probably about right. Yeah.
47 years of marriage?
Yep.
Very
Wow. Congratulations.
good. I'm at
That was
29 years.
Get
Yeah,
your
very
own-
brave
get-
guy.
Get your own phone.
No,
I'm
probably
trying to
that's the
catch up.
reason.
I'm trying to get
That's the reason probably I don't go there or there. They say, no, you take it, you stay there and suffer. Yeah.
It's a living purgatory.
You deserve
I
it.
get it.
Yep.
You earned it.
Okay, man.
You earned
Have
it.
a good one.
You too, sir.
Merry
Thank you.
Christmas.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Good
bye.
to see you.
There you go. Nicely done. Nicely done. There you go. Okay, you think? You're all good.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good.
Well, I'm gonna let you guys
I'll
get.
make sure Eric pays your bill.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
hope
there it
you
is.
all have a very Merry Christmas.
You too.
Okay.
Take it. Thank you, Kathy. Take it easy.
Nice to see you. We'll see you again soon.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna come visit again soon?
I'll be up for
Maybe.
fish and chips one time soon.
I hope you do. Come and
Or
visit.
lobster
I
rolls.
know, I
Sorry,
will.
Lobster rolls. My mistake.
Lobster rolls. We'll get lobster rolls.
Perfect. We'll test
Okay.
it. We'll throw Eric in the water.
He'll ride
That's
his
what I'm
bike
saying.
in the water eventually.
That's what I'm saying.
He can't swim.
I
Oh
know.
my
That's even
God, he
better.
can't swim. He
Oh,
lives in
that-
Boston. He can't
It's that
swim.
easy.
How does that work? How can you go
Because-
from Boston and not swim?
Because Bobby, God is a trickster and he likes us right now. Don't
Yeah.
question this. Don't question this. This is great.
It's like Gollum.
Nothing could possibly go wrong with this information that has been bestowed upon us from Kathy.
He's a trickster.
Mhm. So there you go, JW. Yes, indeed, Carlos Senior, nominee for Influencer Hall of Fame. Truth.
I
So
think
now you
so.
know.
I think so.
By the way, also as a bonus, that was your most fulfilled, fully featured Carlos Senior cameo yet.
Yes,
Yep.
it was.
Yes.
With
That
the
was-
headphones and sitting down the screen for himself, perfect.
I figured we go the extra mile this time around. I figured we go the extra mile this time around and give the people
It
the
is
full
Christmas.
give the people the full Carlos Senior experience.
Christmas bonus.
It is.
Yeah, as you can see, much like myself, he is a man of peace.
I would say.
They don't want you up there. They don't want me down there. I'm staying right here.
Like I said, life is purgatory.
Yannick, there are so many times that I will go somewhere and he and I will be sitting there having a conversation, and people will just look over and go, "Do you guys really talk to each other that way?" Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how we get along. We're getting
Yeah,
along here.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's what I say. Whenever
we
he
do
wants
it
to
on
figure
the
out how
show.
long. What's that?
How we do it on the show.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. But that's how, whenever he needs to figure out how long they've been married, it's like, well, you guys got married maybe 5 or 6 years before I was born. So I'm 41. You can start doing some quick math and you can figure it out. It's closer to 50 than 40. Let's put it that way. It's getting
Got
closer
it.
to 50 than 40.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
30 years is a long time. Trust me.
Mhm.
Just saying.
Well,
Sylvia's
40
great
plus
up
is
here.
longer. 40 plus is longer.
I thought 20 was.
Didn't Sylvie come on one time? I think she did.
It's possible.
Long
Over the
time
course
ago.
of the entirety of the show, possibly. It's possible.
I think she said hello, boys, and that was it. Because I don't think it was on any other show, so other than Gong Show, you know. But I'm just saying.
I heard she had her own segment before you went on.
Maybe.
Yeah. You got one more. You got one more part though. You got one more part to the Opeaches, and then after that we'll see.
Shoot. You know,
It's all gonna. It's
on air for like an hour and a half, 2 hours actually, and it was just like, holy crap, we're only at 1979. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know,
Merry Christmas, Baz.
the Richard Scotts was flying. Oh, anyways,
Yeah, well,
it was fun.
Well, that's what was going to be my question. You know, since you got only to that point, did you get to that point though because of the sheer amount of material, or was there a lot of questions and interruptions that prevented you from getting further along than you were planning?
Well, I did razz behind the scenes. Actually, I razzed Phil a little bit about that, and you know, I said, "Oh, it's just like Richard Scott's book. Why don't you just read it? You know, sit there." Well, Peachy started in Somerville in 1886. No, I don't think he started like that. Anyways, regardless, we won't talk about RS anymore, and we'll just continue on with whatever else we got going on.
See, literally, as you say those words, Josh says, "Can someone explain what Richard Scott is?"
There you go. He's so well known. It's unbelievable.
award-winning author.
He
of
is.
historical-
He is. Everything that I talked about in you might as well just buy his book and not even watch my video at that point. Well, at least the first part. Maybe read the second part too. Well, we'll see. Third part will be 19, what was it? It was 79, so it'll be 80, 81. We'll start and run through there. There's a few little jockularities along the way, but for the 80, 81 up, it's not going to be overly interesting, but I think I'm going to try to make it very interesting. So we'll see. Because really the 80s, you know, you have a few key years, and then you get into the 90s, early 90s, and you got the Opeachy Premier. Oh, you know, anyways, gets into a little bit of, I don't know. Opeachy had 1990, 91, 92. That's when all the other companies were coming in doing stuff, but it was very much of a big fight there. So, you know, and then Opeachy was going sort of out of business even before, even they knew that in 90, 91. They knew they were going through. I gotta save it for the show, you know. Anyways,
It's all in the app.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in the app.
It's all in the app. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
A nap.
I'm having a nap.
Oh, well, you know, I'm sure you've had a long day.
Yeah, it's a long day. Had to shovel a lot of snow. There was a lot of snow. It was heavy snow today. Ooh, man.
Oof. Oof.
Oh yeah.
2 inches. Oof.
No, it was like 5 inches. So
Ah,
yeah, I know. And it was wet.
cry me a river.
Hey, listen, I'm not 40 something. I got a snowblower right there, but
You can
I don't
You
get it.
can probably
But
just
anyway.
broom it, just with a little kitchen broom.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we thought about that, but yeah.
I wouldn't do that with 5 inches of snow. you want, especially nowadays, you would just get the machine. It's one of those things. Yeah, I think it's like it can be done, but it's like why
No,
if
I
you
know,
don't
I
have to? Well, if you don't have to, like hell,
I use my leaf blower. I got one of those like 2-stroke leaf blower thing. Like
It was
one of
too
that
wet
crazy-
for that.
I'm that crazy neighbor that's like
No, actually, they do work good on light powder.
2-stroke, man. It's
they do.
friggin'
So
6
in
in
my
the morning.
in my
Let's go.
complex. So in my complex, Bobby, the maintenance guys, actually, when a snowfall just happened, they want to be proactive. So what they'll do is they'll actually go out and push the fresh powder quickly,
get it out.
just to get out of the way, because then it's less trouble for them later. And
It
they'll
is
salt
later.
a little bit just to be like, all right, let's just get
And
out
then
of the way.
sometimes you don't even have to shovel the rest because the salt will melt as it comes.
Yeah, they're actually very good at getting out ahead of it. They won't wait. They'll be like, if it's fresh and it's light, they'll be like, we can actually push this and get out of the way right now, and then they don't have to deal with it later.
Yeah, fresh as monkey's breath. Yeah. It's my favorite line from the wrestler. So, anyways.
From the wrestler, there you go.
That was a good
Just as
one.
lobster rolls are a nap, they are.
Oh, yes.
So let me ask a question. I think I've asked this before, but I'll ask it again here from the chat. So how many of you folks that do anything, Christmassy or not, how many of you are like midnight folks, and how many of you do it Christmas morning? So I'm just curious. What
You mean open the
this-
presents?
Yeah, any kind
Oh.
of gifts or presents or whatever. How many of them do it right at midnight, and how
We
many of
used
them
to
do it like
open
the next?
one before, and then Christmas morning we'd open the rest.
Sure, seems reasonable. Sure.
But when we were kids, we just open our stocking because we're up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and your parents aren't up till 8 or 9. So, and then we would open the rest of that. But that was back in the early days
Yep. Yep.
of the hobby.
Yep. Josh still has a couple of young boys, so it's a morning for them. Fair enough.
Yep.
That seems reasonable.
I was raised the after midnight, after mass, like being a Catholic, and then probably in my mid-20s. That's where, well, basically when I left home, then basically it became kind of like Christmas morning. There was like a transition. Now we used to probably do, I would say, like one in the evening and then the rest in the morning type of thing.
Sure.
It's all
Yeah,
about the
that's
kids
fair.
now too. I mean, I got little nephews. That's pretty much what it's all about. Other than that,
Yeah,
I
it's
think-
Secret
I
I was
Santa now.
listening
We
to
all
you
get
guys
one gift.
coming down. I'm like, Carlos, like I got nothing. This is my house, man. There's not one Christmas, nothing, zero. So that's as much effort I put into it.
Well, I think so. Jeff here is also one gift at midnight, rest in the morning. So I think we talked about that before, though. Now, obviously, Eric is the Grinch. That's a different conversation. But for me, it's more practical. It's the same thing as Halloween. I was in it for the candy, man. Like it's like in the time when it's like this is the
Yes.
avenue to get the candy, then I will do. I will play this game with you. But as soon as it's like, wait, I can buy my own candy. Screw this. I'm out. We're not doing that. It was like, nope, don't care. Don't care about this. And the same thing with Christmas. Like I said, unlike, a gift. I don't have that problem. But it's like, no, I'm all about it. But after a certain point, it's like, at this point, it's like, if you want something, you probably already bought it for yourself. Like, realistically, you probably already bought it for yourself. Like, at this point, if it's something, hey, that'd be really cool. Buy. I'm not waiting until December 25th. That's not a thing. So at that point, it's if you have kids, then yes, then it makes way more sense because they'll be into it, and then then for them it's there you go. It's about the gifts and the candy for Halloween, gifts at Christmas, and you're all set. So midday, kids are growing in their own. Wife left me 2 years ago, so I'm awake from drunken Christmas Eve slumber. There you go.
First Christmas on my own too, so it's something different.
Yep. Well, the thing is, like I said, for the most part, it's like, yeah, Merry Christmas to me. I already bought Merry Christmas can be year round, because at that point, it's like, yeah, if I want it, I'm probably going after it. I'm probably getting it. So it's it doesn't mean as much. It's just time off work. That's basically what it means now.
Yeah.
Which is
This
fine.
year is kind of like, very midweek. So you almost like you got to work 2 days out the week, kind of just because the Monday and the Friday, if everything else you covered Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So,
Well, that's why I thought it was funny with the way the calendar worked out, where Christmas Eve is on the Tuesday and then Christmas on the Wednesday.
mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, so that means probably So that means I can do
Your
2
work
streams.
bank hours, right? Basically.
Oh yeah. Well, literally last week was the end. So this 2 weeks off. So I'm off for 2 weeks. So regardless, it's allows me to do some stuff at home. But the thing is, even if it wasn't, just the whole midweek thing meant that I could actually be like, oh, so then I'll do a live stream on Friday like normal, because I've got the gap between the two. If it had been like, Wednesday Christmas Eve and then Thursday's Christmas, I'm not doing a Friday live stream right after as well.
No.
But with a couple of days gap in between, I'm like, yeah, that's fine. We'll do the two. No big deal. Let's see here. Happy holidays to you, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Naughty List makes it all moot. There you go. Naughty List makes it all moot. That's fair, Carl. I like it. JW here says early morning. When first kid gets up, or I may beat them if I'm excited about getting something. There you go. All right. I like it. Bottle of Appleton rum. Merry Christmas to me too. There you go. Do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. I like it. So that's fair.
Yeah, I think you kind of just mentioned it, but now that my daughter's 20 and stuff, I don't know. I just don't. It does nothing for me anymore. When she was a kid and still believed and had all that excitement. I mean, I was all in. I was all in. Loved every second of it. Building Barbie dream houses at 3 a.m. I mean, just all in. Now,
Eric, that's a you problem. You could be building Barbie's dream house right now.
He made it look like Caitlin was into it, but basically, like Eric's dream was finally coming true.
I was gonna say it had nothing to do with your children. You wanted to build Barbie's dream house. Eric, do not allow your children to ruin your dream.
Eric could finally get the Barbie Corvette and the whole patio set and everything.
you know, sometimes you have to live through your children.
Yes.
Or you could just build another Barbie dream house yourself, Eric. Do it for you. Do it in the name of Zombie Ray Bork.
Ray Bork's not a zombie.
So you claim.
I hope
Sounds to me like a man covering up his zombieism. Just saying. Zach says more lives, more likes. Facts, Zach. Facts.
I'm hoping to see him next week. We're trying to work something out.
He's not hoping.
The only thing going through Ray Bork's mind right now is brains. Brains.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
And yet it's funny.
Ray Bork loves me. We're best friends.
Uh-huh. Do you have to get Carlos Sr. back here to talk about the whole lying thing again? Like, I thought he already explained the lying thing to you.
All right, maybe we're not best friends, but we know each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Besties. And actually, the Ken doll from the Barbie is a remake of the Bobby Orr doll. So there you go.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, Regal did that. Regal Toys.
No way.
Sears did their own separate doll, and it had different smile and pursing lips, and the other one had teeth. So, yeah. Anyways, it's all in the app. I'm having
As long as it's on the app.
What?
having a nap.
We're having a nap.
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 App means nap in Canada, in French.
Have you thought about making an app about timings to have naps?
Yes.
Yes, I thought about that, but we can't charge for that. So,
Oh, not with that attitude, Bobby. I think you could charge for almost anything at this point. Like, let's be honest.
We can.
Yeah, in-app purchases. It's like, why would I pay for this? It's like, but can I afford not to pay for this? Exactly.
mhm. Yes, exactly. We're just going with exactly, and we'll move on.
Paul here's his best friends, then lists Ray Bork's greatest achievements in Colorado.
I don't know what you're talking about.
While you're at it, can you tell us how many goals Marcel Dion scored?
Oh.
700 and what?
Oh, that's too long a delay. Like that right there. That
7:31. I just had a brain fart that day. I know,
but what about today? That was a delay of like a minute and a half while we were waiting there.
Yeah, well, you had
it
to
was-
think about it
it
too
was-
That was like look down at the screen. Hold on. The Google. Can you
Hold on.
tell me how many goals Marcel
Post-its.
scored?
No.
Oh my God, tell me.
Are we doing this again? I'm
The
sorry.
garage of knowledge had to come through.
I'm sorry that my brain didn't just,
Sorry.
sorry. No kidding, right?
Mm.
And I got these that
You got these nuts? Go on.
I got these nuts here that Uncle Vinny sent me, but I'm also
I told him in.
purchased a few more off the eBay's stick card and jersey card and some other cards that we're gonna get them to sign at some point. They're gonna look real nice. And I'll have them write 731 on each card, okay?
I came across-
Français.
I came across a weird Lemelin card. It was from Sports. What the hell was it called? Sports Action or something? From 89.90.
Oh yeah, that
What's
was
it
a
called?
team. That was a team. Yeah, I have that. That's a team. Yeah, that's a team set from that year. You could buy them at the Boston Garden.
Oh, is that where it's from? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I have the whole team set around here somewhere.
So,
I pulled his out and put his in his own special binder, but the rest of them are around somewhere.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I never heard of that company, so I didn't know.
I like Josh's suggestion.
Well, I threw it in the
think it's a
garbage and I looked on the back and it said Sports Action. I said, oh, I don't know.
That's not nice. That's
I
not
was
nice.
just saying, it's just what I did. I'm just being honest. It's Christmas. I have to, get rid of stuff.
It's important to tell the truth.
I got to make room for new gifts. So what can I do?
That's not nice.
It isn't, but it is reality.
It isn't. It isn't.
Look, he had to make room. Look, he had to make room for his 1986 Red Sox team set. Like, he needed a little more
Yes.
space.
Mr.
Oh,
Bill
Ken
Buckner
Boyd.
special.
Got to get some of that
Yeah.
spark going.
Yes, Mr. Boyd.
Josh says here, Eric needs a shirt. Can you guess my best friend? He scored 731 goals in the NHL. I know.
I know.
That's a solid suggestion right there.
He is my
He
best
should
friend.
be charging more for his autograph. Really, at 700 goals, that's a lot.
He just gives that thing away.
I know. But don't get on his bad side. Just saying.
I
Something
tried
can
to tell
happen.
you guys. You guys didn't believe me until you saw it for yourself.
Oh, we did. We saw it.
Grumpy Marcel.
Probably he might be one of the meanest Hall of Famer.
He might be. Actually, if we had videotape and posted that, I think he'd be voted number one.
Wow.
Like,
Yeah.
whoa.
There
You
is
should have
such
seen him. The
there is such-
duration of his minion. It was awful.
Well,
There is
I'd be
such
upset
thing as
too if
grumpy
my so-called
Marcel.
best friend couldn't remember how many goals I scored in the NHL.
but he usually snaps out of it pretty quick.
Well,
Yes.
because we were around, it probably would have got worse if we weren't.
Yeah,
But
maybe.
even when you want an autograph and he says yes, he can be pretty like, come on, let's go, like, you know.
Oh yeah, no, he's all business.
And now
Well-
get out.
You got to catch him in the right mood.
Yeah, and he's
Right.
wonderful. But if you don't catch him in the right mood, he's not as wonderful.
No, he's not Mr. Wonderful. That's for sure.
He can
But
be.
at the same time,
No, he can't be because Mr. Wonderful's dead.
he sees you and then you realize, like, man, this guy thinks that I'm his best friend.
I was going to say,
And
that
that's
would piss
his-
me off too.
Don't want to be his help. No. No. You break something, you knock something over, dead. Almost.
Mhm.
It was funny. He restrained himself a little bit, but you seen the little bit that come out. It was sort of like, yeah, okay, a little
I
Beelzebub.
thought he was going to pull the jersey over the guy and just stop.
I honestly almost expected that. A hockey fight, you gotta expect it from Dion.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been mad at me once or twice. I just take it.
Be like a Wendell Clark Probert kind of thing,
yeah. Yeah,
Domi Probert. Yeah, maybe.
I just count down a couple of minutes. After about 2 minutes, he's usually pretty good.
We do anger people there because we already documented.
Maybe
even
it was
the greatest
Eric being
pacifists
there.
amongst.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
why.
saying.
It had
Bobby,
nothing
this is
to
what I'm
do-
trying to say.
Nothing to
I
do with
think of that.
anything else. It was
It
me.
could be. Yeah, I never
Look,
thought about that.
look, Bobby. I, as I've said, I am a man of peace. But
Mhm.
when I look at it, my idol in peacedom is basically Mother Teresa, Len Potty, and a man of that level of peace
Oh,
to be reduced to anger and fury, furious rage. Could you even imagine being the kind of person that would invoke that and stoke that in somebody like that?
That had nothing to do with me.
a furious rage. Wow.
I
Sounds
said
like-
hello.
That's enough. Yannick, this bastard's going in the ocean. Let's go. Boom.
Yep. Over the bluff
the ocean.
or whatever you call it there. I don't know.
Here you go. Eric, get ready for this sound because it's the last time you're going to hear before you go in the ocean. Yeet. You're going.
Whoosh.
We don't need to get into the details of that situation, but all I said was, hello, I missed you last week at the Shriner show. And it
may
went-
as well.
Yeah.
You may as well have cursed out his mother. How dare you?
At that point, yeah. You're right.
hello, I missed you last week at the Shriner show. And it just went south.
Blew his lid off. Boom.
And
the
then-
problem is you did it in your Bostonian accent.
then
The
Timmy
kind of
Two
cars.
And then
You
Timmy
need some
Two Hats
cards.
ran off like a scared little kid running off with his tail between his legs, leaving me there to take the brunt of it all by myself.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, because at that point your life is forfeit. There's nothing left for him to do for you. What do you other than read you your last rites? Like what more do you need? What do you want him to do for you?
That's another Lord of the Rings thing.
He could
My
have
is
held my hand.
forfeit. And
He could have
Mm,
held my hand and told me everything was going to
That
be
was
okay.
no. Mm.
who was
He
that?
didn't. He ran. He ran away like a scared little kid.
Wow.
So I got this in my mailbox today.
Oh, please.
Should we open this up? and
Yes,
see
we
what it
should.
is?
We should
I think we
open
should.
it for Yannick in advance.
So
I
this
mean,
was one of Yannick's packages. Is
We
that
don't
right?
even know. We're just guessing. It's either Brad's or Yannick's.
All right, Eric. It's all you. Make it happen.
All right. Let's
Oh
see.
man, I'm excited.
Let's see.
Like it's like my first break. What am I getting?
Yeah. Eric's a
Let's-
breaker. Where's your other cameras?
Yeah.
Let's
Let's
spin the
see.
wheel, Eric. You got a spinning wheel of some sort?
Spin the
Let's see
wheel.
what's been delivered to my house today. I had 2 packages in the mail today. Neither one of them were for me.
Nice.
One was for Yannick. This one here, which I still don't know what it is. We're opening it still. We're down. It looks like it's slabbed. Looks like PSA.
It looks like.
All right.
Sharp motherfucker.
Let's see what we got here.
Look at that Boston thing on his chest. Sorry.
Oh, it's 2 cards. 2 PSA slab cards.
Yes,
And-
yes. In
First
my
one here.
Quebec Nordic run.
Ooh.
Hey,
Joe
85 Goulet.
mint 9.
OPG.
And the second one, Peter
83
Stash,
Stastny.
9.
9.
Yeah, 9.
Yes. 9. German
Thank you, sir.
Stastny.
So he's got those. And
That's
because I'm a
nice.
super, super nice guy,
Yes.
I think they're both 10s.
I will put them in
Perfectly centered. Sharp corners. I don't know. I'd send them in for another.
Reslab.
I'll break them. I'll crack them and send them in then.
You don't know how to send in PSA stuff. You just know how to go to Beckett.
Well, that's what I meant. I'll crack these and send them to Beckett.
Beckett is coming soon, morning or night or noon. Many will meet their doom. Trumpets will sound. All of the dead shall rise. Beckett will meet.
That's about right.
Was this the incantation that brought Zombie Ray Bork to life? Because that's what I'm hearing.
It's something like that.
Ray will be back up here for the charity that he is a part of on his
What
birthday.
charity is that?
So, do you guys
So-
remember? Do you guys remember the ice bucket challenge? That
Yeah,
was
that rings a bell.
Where the girls would put it over their head and then they would get cold and then they wear thin tops and yeah.
well, that was an ALS charity
Fundraiser, yeah.
fundraiser for
Alls?
Lou Gehrig's disease. That was originated in my hometown of Beverly, Massachusetts, by a
You
young
live
man,
in Danvers. Come on, with Beverly.
by a young man who ended up with this horrible disease by the name of Pete Frates. He was a baseball player at Boston College in his college days, and he and his family came up with the ice bucket challenge that kind of swept the countries, if not, I don't know how far it went over in
Everywhere, all over
the world, and it started, right down the street from me. Ray Bork was heavily involved in it, and still, after now Pete's passed, he's still very much involved with the family. Pete and Ray share a birthday on December 28th, and they're going to be doing a polar plunge that morning, and everyone's going to go and raise money and jump in the ocean.
And then shoot a 3-pointer.
If they think they can make more money,
Really?
they will shoot 3-pointers after. So
Oh,
that's what's going on.
Yeah, I remember Lou Gehrig's speech. I think it was in the movie. It was one of the most amazing speeches of all time.
That was what, Gary Cooper, I think. Who was?
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
Gary Cooper?
Yeah, it was Pride of the Yankees. Whatever it was
Pride of the Yankees.
Yeah.
Gary Cooper, I think. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, so he should be around because I know he's doing that.
Don't you
Yeah.
think you would be raising way more money if you would jump? I mean, it's for the kids.
And by
Eric.
jump, you mean get thrown?
And
Forcibly.
Either or, he
I'll-
gets wet.
I'll drown. I don't swim well.
But
But
it's for the
that
kids.
you
I
think
don't
of how much
swim
money you'll
well.
raise.
Think of the kids.
Didn't you
Think
ever
of
go
the
into
children,
a
eh?
pool? You don't have to swim in the ocean. Didn't you go into a pool when you were a kid?
I
Like, wasn't
don't like it. It's the only thing I have a phobia of. I don't have a phobia of anything
Other
else.
than
that-
mayonnaise.
really?
All right, I guess that's just gross. I don't know if it's a phobia, but maybe
In
it's turned.
grade 4, I'm going off the 10-meter. My God.
I don't like
I
swimming
can
in
swim
bodies.
underwater for 3 minutes. Holy
I
shit.
can listen. I
And
can.
he lives in Boston.
I'm not afraid of water. Like
You
I
are
can't
afraid of
my
water.
hands. I
You're
don't
shit.
swim in bodies of
You
water.
don't even drink water.
I drank water once. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Tasted like water. It was gross.
You had to add pepper and mustard and stuff. So.
Pepper in the water.
Yeah.
Peppery
Just
water.
pepper and-
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
It might work. It might work. I can't imagine what could possibly go wrong.
I almost had an accident when I heard the pepper on the hot dog thing. I was on the. I'm like, no, that is just wrong.
Well, I saw him. Well, when Eric and I first met, we went to that. What was it? The snack bar there, and then they had famous. Who was it? Famous what?
It was Nathan's famous hot dogs.
Nathan's is
And I'm
actually.
still burping them up. Those are the most disgusting things I ever ate in my entire life.
I never seen so much pepper on it. It was just incredible. It was
Yeah.
the most incredible. And then we talked to Jeff Wilson, and he's got pepper breath, and no wonder he drove him off. But anyways,
That,
Jeff Wilson was nothing then, and now he's everything now, but he's still nothing.
Yeah.
How does that work?
it might have been.
Yeah.
It might have been my pepper breath. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. I told him, "Is that the blue line dressing?" He goes, "What's that mean?" I went, "Oh, you'll know one day.
Mm.
One day. It's not Will Greer, but it's a blue line.
Well, Greer's a different level, though. Like we got
It is. It is. Yeah. I'm just doing a comparison there, for what he knew and what he didn't know and what he still doesn't know and still does and whatever. Anyways, HQ.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're still in
JW.
business, surprisingly enough.
I don't think it's that hard to be in that type of business. It's people come in and buy this shit. It's all it takes. JW here says, what was your best Christmas gift? Sports card related. Mine was an 82 Atari Pac-Man. Most excited I've ever been for a gift. I was 7. Ooh, fancy.
Mine was a TTP. If anybody knows in the audience there, please let me know what TTP is. Now, you have to be almost as old as me because it was 1971, 72, I think, when I got it. Anyways,
Yep.
It was a motorcycle-related kind of toy.
Well, let's give them a chance. Let's give them a chance to see if they can
Yep.
guess it. We'll
Okay.
just give it a shot.
Give them a hint.
OPG
Don't
says here.
Google it.
Yeah, OPG here says Jeff got spanked. There's a PSA review video. So on the podcast episode, so we did record a podcast that dropped earlier today. And by the way, if you get a chance, check it out. We had some
I
fun with it.
watched it. Yeah, it was good.
I did. I was able to use an example of a card I was able to pick up, and probably I'll do a separate video because I want to expand on that a little bit more. We were able to talk through a couple of the things that I wanted to touch on with it, but I like using real examples because I always think that's helpful to be like, oh no, this is. I think the opportunity was created because of these things. But then we also did talk about geoffs, misadventures in grading, and the point that I want to make. I want to make sure I emphasize the point though that I was making in that. There's a lot of times where he'll make a video and somebody will make a reaction to it and say like, Geoff is not knowledgeable about this, not knowledgeable about that. And the example we're talking about though, the reason why I focused on that one specific one, you don't need to be knowledgeable. You just need your eyes to work. Because that's the situation. Because I don't need you to be knowledgeable about the issue. This isn't a specific weird situation where like, oh, on this set centering is bad, and this isn't one of those situations. This is a situation where you got to look at the thing, and there is something that's damaged, and if it's damaged, that's it. The conversation's over. You should never have submitted in the first place because of the hologram on the back of those early '90s Upper Deck cards.
Mhm.
If the hologram is scratched or part of the hologram is missing, that is damage. That means it's going to get graded lower, and it should be, as it should be, because that is a damaged card. Yeah.
So
that's
what
just it.
consideration is the back of the card compared to the front then? I think we all talked about this before, but I'm just wondering what people's personal feelings are on that.
Sure, and we can let the chat chime in on this as well. I always say that
Like,
for
is
me,
the centering on the back of a card, be it vintage or modern, is that a big factor? Or is it a percentage, or
Mhm.
what is people's feelings on that, I guess?
Sure. And I'll leave it open to the chat if any of you want to chime in on that. I always say it's less of an emphasis. It
Okay,
does
but
matter.
less in a percentage way. Like if the front is 80%, the back is 20%, and that
I would be
20%.
like 75-25. I'd be like 75-25.
Okay.
I still care mostly about the front. In that instance though, regardless of the ratio percentage, the moment that hologram is scratched, it's an automatic.
It's over?
It's like an automatic DQ. Yeah. It's because
So that
basically
has
that
more influence than it would have on centering or any other factor, right?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
simply the fact that hologram has to be intact. Like that's the
Yeah.
first thing you should be looking at with those ones, because and then take a look at the rest, because as soon as that hologram is scratched, they're going to see it. They're going to see it. They will rarely miss that one with the hologram scratch because it's too
Correct.
obvious. Yeah, you can kind of get away with some other stuff, but that one, it's right there in your face. The moment you look at the back of the card, even for a second, you'll see it immediately.
Yeah.
My guess was going to be typewriter, but not motorcycle related. All right, so I'll let you folks keep guessing. Can you give the initials again? What was the initials?
TTP. Is that it?
Yeah, it was TTP.
All right, we'll let it
Doesn't
go.
ring a bell.
Okay, anyways, I'll just tell you anyway. It was this slanted motorcycle thing where you would actually mount this on and you would pump air into it, and then you would flick the button and it would go. So it was an automatic, and it would jump things or whatever you put in its way.
It's like the Evil Knievel.
Almost like that, yeah.
That was
That
awesome.
Evil Knievel was, I think, a wind-up one, but this one was a pumper. And I have a picture of it from 1970, I think 71 at Christmas, where I have it there. Kind of cool. Anyways, that was my favorite gift of all time because I wanted it. It was, you have to understand, in 1969 to 72, most of the biggest games came out at that time, like the board games, the action games. A lot of that stuff really came out of that time period, and very much with cards too. That's really when the card market really started coming into its own. So I was right in that right time. That's where the late end of the baby boomers are mostly predisposed to that time period. Those 70, 71, 71, 2, 3, 4. Those cards are very popular, and that's when a lot of games came out and stuff like that. It was almost like it was like technology reached a certain part of society. It was just everything came out at sort of in that like 5-year period. It was amazing. And then after that, in 75 on, and I know this from the NAP, anyways, that a lot of things from 75 to 80, not much came out, but it was really that 69 to 74. That was your key time period for a lot of knickknacks and trinkets and stuff like that. A lot of stuff came out.
There you go.
Interesting.
I think I would pick one of two things because by the time I was a kid, the electronic age had come in. So one of the ones that I liked that was a good one was, that you could get, I don't want to say RC cars because it wasn't really radio controlled. It was, do you know like you could put together these little tracks and you'd have the little cars on them and you could basically control them with it. Yeah. So I had a track of those. That was in one of the Christmases. Those were a lot of fun to play with. And then you'd go too fast and it would run it off the track.
Yeah, and then they had ramps and little things you can go over and you put it together.
But I don't think I won't call them radio control because it wasn't radio. It was literally just
an electronic thing that you would push down. It was like a gas pump. No, that's going back to my time. We had this little gas pump that you'd plug it in and then it would charge the battery on the thing, and then when it was charged fully, it was like gone.
Yeah, but that's the reason why I'm saying like I don't want to call it radio controlled because the power was coming from the track itself.
Yes,
the track itself was electrified, and that's what would power the car. So the car could be put on it, and it would just have like the little needle, and it would go into it, and it would allow you to control it with the radio control.
Ours wasn't electrified. We had to charge up the car, and then later, as time went on, it electrified. Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh is saying slot cars. Maybe that's what it was.
Slot cars. Yeah.
I just said that. No one listens to me.
Oh,
the problem is when Josh spoke, you were silenced. I couldn't hear you.
It was the sound of silence.
It was like Josh said, "Shut up, Eric."
Oh,
he did say that though.
It was wild. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Zach says, what I love about Geoff is all the money he has and the fame. He's so clueless. The PSA really was getting taken. He really was getting mad. It was hilarious. It was hysterically funny. It really was. So that was one. And then the other one was probably, I would say, we got a Nintendo Entertainment System. The first system, the Nintendo Entertainment System, the box with the light gun, the Duck Hunt Super Mario, the whole bit. We got that at Zellers. It was at Zellers that we had the box, the Nintendo Entertainment System with the whole bit.
It was Kmart or Zellers, one of the two.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, so for us, it was Zellers. We got that with the whole thing. We got the box and everything, plugged it all in and go. And then I was all about the Duck Hunt and then Super Mario, and those are the ones. And that was the other one.
That was the gun, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that.
Yep.
We had that. Well,
Got very proficient at that one.
my sister had that. We kind of introduced her, and it was later on, anyways. So yeah.
So that was my big one. I would say was a good one. There were some other ones after that, but that was a really good one, especially because that was the first big one that came at that time. And then hobby wise, not a lot, but I did get a 91 Tops hobby box one year.
Really?
Which was fun. Yeah, I got a box of the 36 packs of 91 Tops, and that was the only time at that time for many years that I opened it.
Yippee.
Well, you got to remember that we're talking in the early 90s though. They was contemporary to that time. That was the box at that time.
Big difference, yeah.
Yeah. So at that time, that was still a brand new box product.
But now it's Yippee.
Yeah. I'll be honest, they had really good photos of that one. I do have some fondness of the actual set itself. That was the 40th anniversary top set. That was the one big one.
Junk wax though. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. It is one total junk wax.
Oh yeah.
But I think they did a good job with that particular year. The actual set, the pictures on it, the design on it was good. I believe they still had gum on that one, so they still had gum for that year.
Yeah.
And it was the 40th anniversary, and they actually did 40th. It's super long odds. Your likelihood of getting anything is not super high, but you could actually pull buybacks of old Topps cards in that set.
Did that come in a box set too?
No, well, yeah, they definitely had a box set for it for sure. Yeah, as well.
You get the black. No, that was Upper Deck. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was that year they actually had buybacks in it, so you could actually pull a 52 Topps Mantle technically inside of one of those boxes. So they had that was the big thing because it was the 40th anniversary. So because it was an anniversary year and anniversary release, they went all out and they actually bought back a bunch of sets.
I wonder if they actually, if we know of anybody who really did win that 52 Mantle. That would be nice. I don't know if anyone did.
I don't know. I did see years later there were folks who pulled a bunch of 50s. There were folks who pulled a bunch of 50s cards.
I've seen that too. Yeah, but they're commons or whatever. Yeah.
But no, there were a couple of good ones. I saw one that somebody had pulled a 58 Topps Harmon Killebrew. That's pretty solid. That's good. You're getting a Hall of Famer. That's solid. And a lot of them were mid-grade. It wasn't like you were getting these crazy. But regardless, you're buying a box of 91 Topps baseball, and you're getting a 58 Topps Harmon Killebrew, and you're getting a 58 Topps Killebrew. You got a Hall of Famer, an original card. That's not a bad pull inside of one of those boxes. So Josh says, we think we got our Nintendo in '89. Great Christmas. There you go. The USS Flag. I think it was G.I. Joe. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's G.I. Joe.
You're damn right it was, and I would have done anything to get one. That was rich kid only toy. It was huge. It would take up half your living room. It was an aircraft carrier that it was so big that you could actually get the G.I. Joe airplane on it and the helicopters, and the thing was enormous. Rich kid only toy, and that wasn't me.
So Eric said he would have done just about anything.
Anything.
How much mayo would you have allowed yourself to be doused in?
Ooh.
Listen, back, you're talking, let me see, how was set? So 10-year-old.
That's good math. I like that.
10-year-old Eric. 1984, 85, 11.
It's like mumble rap, isn't it?
I would have done anything. I don't even care.
Anything?
I would have murdered someone.
Anything?
I would have been 10 years old and be like, who do you want me to kill?
What would you have done with a mayonnaise jar, roosters, and Emmanuel in space?
At 10, anything anybody wanted to get that thing.
Ooh.
It was
That's dangerous ground, Yannick. That is a very dangerous ground.
Mike's that we want to say right now, man.
I'll tell you right
this
now,
show is PG, so.
If I can listen, I'm 50, and we always we look back and We always want the stuff we had as
Sally
kids.
O'Malley 50.
We wanted, as kids that we couldn't have. If I see one of those at a yard sale, I'm buying it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm buying it.
I was into old toys and games in 75. I started collecting comics, and then I started getting old toys in about 1980, and with cards too. But I mean,
Toys are
most of it
fun,
was toys, Rock'em Sock'em Robots, whatever. There's a lot of antique shops around about that time, and you would go in, you see that old stuff that you seen as a kid, and it was great. So,
Yep.
Agreed.
I
also
probably
agree with
would
this
have
comment.
understood it more then.
and then I gotta find that video too. This my friend Joe, where I videotaped him, and me and my brother went over to his house, and his house was there was a path through the whole house, and it was all toys everywhere. Christmas tree always up, toys everywhere at every corner, every turn. It was amazing. Lunch boxes all through the kitchen. It was just like he had enough room to make he liked mustard, a lot of mustard, like you like pepper. He would put like bologna sandwich and mustard. You want some mustard? And then he would like and just slam it on, and then you'd eat it and go, oh, mustard. Anyways, this guy was a weird guy, but if I can find that video, I'd love to show it on the show. It'd be great. It'd be I have it on. I have it somewhere. I just have to get it converted somewhere. I think it's in one of those Yannick, one of those small ones. I think it's on one of those.
The C
Talking
type.
about like a Super 8?
No.
Yeah, something like that. It's from a camcorder or something I had at that time, and
he's got a mini VHS. It basically kind of goes in the real VHS deck, but there's
okay. So it's
it
one of those when you put it in the
comes out,
converter.
you put it in
You put it in the
there.
converter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I need that converted. Do you have that?
I
Yannick,
have
or
a converter. I got everything, but the it's called
You
a
don't have the converter.
VHS-C.
Yeah.
The deck, it's a VHS-C.
Yep.
That one I got doesn't work. So I'm at the point when I tried it, I was like, oh man, I don't want to eat that tape. It's the only tape.
Yeah.
One of
and
those. Some of
it's
those
good,
old
too.
formats are tough.
Get
You
what
got to
you
meet
need.
Joe, because Joe's a little bit weird. Like you talk about the collector who's penny farthings all over his bedroom, and it was just every room was in a 3-bedroom house upstairs. Up the stairs, honestly, there was a path that's this wide. If you could just get a
the
step
hoarder.
in, you would. Honestly, it was like toys and just old books and
Not a collector. That's a hoarder.
He was a hoarder, but he had a path.
Oh, well, he had a path. Okay.
He had a path. Yeah. So, Joe is, I think he's still alive. I still see his stuff listed, and he's kind of a little bit off. I should tell you the story. He had to move out of the house. His mother died, and they rented the house, and then the house was sold on him, and they threw all his stuff out in a bin because he didn't get ready in time. I was trying to help him. This was 94, and I was trying to help him move all his stuff because I met him downtown, down in actually the East End at a antique dealers, and he was collecting everything, and I was collecting stuff too, and we hit it off, kind of sort of thing, but he was a little bit weird, and he had to move out of this house, and they were throwing all his stuff out, and he's in the bin pulling all that stuff, and then he moved into this loft just a little bit up the street, and he had a pump cart with one of those wooden pallets, and then he was taking his stuff up the street in a pallet. It's honestly the funniest thing you could ever expect. And then he moved into this big loft and everything, and anyways, just a great story of but seeing his house would be, everybody would just sit there and the most amazing collectibles you could ever see at that point. And if I can get that converted, Yannick, that'd be great. We gotta focus on that, because to see that video, you would just sit there and go, wow, it's amazing. It's just like
if he sold it all,
something you've never seen before. Sorry?
If he sold it all, he could have bought the house.
No, he would never sell anything. And he never had any money to buy anything. But he would trade stuff. But he had game boards on the whole dining room, Oh my God. It was just like the table was full. You couldn't eat anywhere. You could, like, honestly, it was just the whole house, 3-bedroom house. And it was, just
What
crazy.
disturbs me is that Eric, we've all acknowledged and talked about this in the past, that Eric does not math. And the problem here, Yannick, is that Eric is talking about, well, if you took all this stuff and you sold it, you could buy the house, but then you'd have this house with no stuff in it, and then you'd have to fill it with stuff. And how are you going to fill it with stuff because you just bought a house? You fool.
Well, they rented.
You already
All you
had the
rent is
stuff.
going.
You already had the stuff. And now, well, we sold the stuff and buy the house. Okay, cool. But now I got a house and I got no stuff.
And then he almost waited
Not
till the
again.
last day to move. And he had like a
You
month
can't. You just
A
spent
month.
it on the house.
notice. And he still didn't move. And I said, Joe, you got to move. You got to get your shit out, up the street. And then the guy started throwing out in this big bin they had in the front lawn. He just kept digging through the front bin, and they threw out all his stuff. And he was just like, he was a little weird anyways, but what collector isn't? He was a little bit further than us by 10 steps.
Oh, I was going to say, man, with Eric, more like a step and a half.
And then he set up at shows, and you'd walk by, and this is Joe. Hi, Bob. How are you? Is everything good? Okay. Do you still collect this? Do you still collect? He would remember everything that you collect. Everything that it's like, whew, holy crap. Anyways, I think he's still around. Anyway, he's probably a little bit older than I am, so he's probably around 60.
Well, I hope he has a Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
There you
Very
go.
strange dude, but he was one of those weird collectors who saved everything. And he saved the right things too. He had all the biggest top games, toys, whatever, lunch boxes, everything. His whole kitchen, all across the top, had lunch boxes of and there was 50. It was just like, wow, Partridge Family, everything. It was just crazy.
From this
That's why I
description, it
got to
sounds
see that
like-
video.
Yeah, I
haven't
think
seen it.
with some of those old formats, it's tricky because to your
Yeah,
point, you
I
have to
know.
get the right converters.
I don't want
to
to
it.
screw it up. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be super careful with that stuff
Yeah.
because if you're not careful with it, if you damage it, it's done. Like there's nothing you can do
Good
if you don't
test.
get it.
I
right.
did wreck other tapes, but those tapes were like blanks. I just wanted to see
Yeah,
how
yeah,
things
yeah.
were going, right? I only basically screwed one, but other than that, everything I have
What
everything
you
to do
screw?
it. I've done it on 8 mil,
What?
16, done 8, Super 8, but that one for some reason there, I was just a little afraid too much. So, but I'll try it
Yeah.
again.
Try it again, or we can take it to someone else. Who knows his stuff on that. Because I don't want to lose that tape. My brother's on it too. My brother passed away 5 years ago.
That's
So
why
I'd
too.
like to see him
Yeah.
again when he was young.
When it's something like that, you want to be super careful. Whatever
Yeah.
it is, you go to somewhere where you can make sure that you back it up properly.
It's great to see my brother, but this place, you wouldn't believe it. And I did a videotape through the whole thing. That's one good thing that I did do is I tried to videotape a lot of stuff, and I did a lot of stuff through the expo through 2008 to 15, somewhere around there. So I do have a lot of tape recorded stuff. And most of us didn't do it back then. We had the capabilities, but we really didn't do it. And at least I did at that time. So that was kind of neat.
Based on the description, it sounds like he might have had some artifacts from the time when Ray Bork was still alive. It's
Maybe
wild.
he might have.
Wild.
He might have.
I can only imagine such artifacts. Truly historical items.
He wasn't into sports. He was mostly into non-sports and penny farthings and old toys and stuff like that. But he might have had stuff that I really wasn't thinking about at that time. So I'd like to see it again so I could, oh shit, there's a 53 Parker's box or something. I don't know. You never know what he had because he just had everything.
Yep. Zach here is asking, Eric, have you always hated mayo?
Yes.
And also, follow-up question: has mayo always hated you?
Yes. I used to try to not taste tuna fish sandwiches and chicken salad sandwiches that my mother or grandmother would make me as a kid. Because I
Why?
hated it because it was so gross. But it's like you had to eat what was put in front of you or get in trouble or have to eat it for breakfast the next day or whatever the threats were.
Breakfast.
Yeah, you don't eat what's in front of
Serve
you.
again the next day.
It's gonna be there tomorrow, and
Good
Who
for
wa-
you, Kathy.
yeah,
Hold the line, Kathy. Hold the
I
line.
can't tell you how many times I had fish sticks for breakfast, cold fish sticks for breakfast.
from
What
3
kind of
weeks
house
ago.
did you
Oh, you
live in?
deserve.
In Boston? My
In
God.
Boston.
Gross. So,
Cold
Yeah.
fish sticks. Who does that?
oh, I wouldn't eat them. I hated them, so I wouldn't eat them the night before, and I'd
Whoever
come
has
down.
cold fish sticks for breakfast?
I didn't do it by
It's not
choice.
even a Canadian thing.
Wasn't
Maybe you
done
lived
by-
on Hudson Bay.
that was the next thing I was going to eat. That was it. I didn't have
I
a
love the
choice.
direction this is going. I love the direction this is going. It's
Well,
fantastic.
When I was
I'm trying to drag it somewhere.
when
Mhm.
I was given tuna fish sandwiches or chicken salad sandwiches,
Tuner.
yeah, tuna.
Tuna.
Listen, I've explained to everyone how the R works here in Boston. We take it off of
Uner.
we take it off of words that end in R. We take those off.
I think, Eric,
Now
the
we
reason
have
why
this
this occurs.
Now we have this extra R just laying around. We're like, what are we going to do with them? And we take them and
And
we
you throw
put
it
them
in.
on the end of words that don't have an R. So we don't waste it.
Tuner.
I think it's rebellion. I think, Eric, I think what
Sure.
you're saying is that the people of Massachusetts are sitting there rebelling against the R.
Yeah, we
I
don't
think
like
I think you're fighting it. You're sitting there
Yeah.
like, we will not allow you, R, to dictate our lives.
So everyone goes and gets pizza.
Okay.
Do you go there to get your pizza in your car?
Yes, exactly. That's a perfect example of how
That
the
you
R
packed. You packed it
works.
outside.
here.
That sounds like a rebellion, Yannick. It sounds like the thesaurus, Mr. Webster needs to reclaim his throne. He needs to fight them.
Yeah.
Fight
The
them in the
worst
streets.
is this is not made up. I witnessed it. I was
No,
like, oh.
I can see that. I can see that.
We drive the car to go to the pizza place.
So I've decided these are the insights he's referring to. For the record, I've decided these are the insights he's referring to. Eric explaining the history of the Massachusetts R.
Yeah.
Valid. I think that's
Hey,
fair. I think
We believe in recycling. We're not just going to throw the R's away. We're going to use them again. And we're
Are
gonna
you
add-
sure you don't believe in e-cycling?
I don't believe in e-cycling.
I think you would. You should believe in it, but you've got to get rid of the R. Recycling isn't a thing.
So
I think you should fight the R from the beginning to the end of the word, not just in the middle of the word. Fight it at the beginning. Fight the power, Eric.
all right. I'll start a new trend.
Zach says cold fish sticks but no mayo, hence the Boston Bruins. Exactly. Consistency, Eric. Where's our consistency?
Yeah, the R is tricky around here. But you notice if I'm talking slow and I'm really focused on what I'm saying, I speak well enough that I include all my R's. But when I start talking quicker and off the cuff and not paying attention, they all disappear. They all disappear.
Fascinating. Fascinating.
Like when I was working, as an addictions counselor years ago, my tone and speed of talking was much slower. So people would hear me and I'd get my message across, and I was always very focused and wanted to say the correct things and be professional. So a lot of people asked me where I was from because they didn't think I was from this area because I didn't have an accent.
He was an outsider.
But then as soon as I just turned it up to 11, all the R's disappeared and I started talking like an idiot like everyone else.
Wow. Eric spoken the good English, eh? Exactly.
Yeah, we don't say A. That's just for you people up north.
I think you should say A. Why are you fighting the A?
And we also use the word wicked to describe everything.
That's what I'm saying. So
Wicked
you
hot,
question.
It's wicked cold, it's wicked stupid, it's wicked smart, it's wicked.
So you're saying that Ray Bork is wicked dead?
Ray Bork is not dead at all.
No, I said he's wicked dead.
He's not dead. He is. I don't understand where the Ray Bork hate came from. But
It's nothing about hate. It's simply stating the current state of his life affairs.
he may wish he's a zombie when he jumps in that ocean on the 28th.
Give us an R80. Little did you know Eric was a pirate. Salem is wicked, maybe.
That is, see, maybe that's where we get it. I don't know.
Seems like quite a bit of wickedness, Eric. Quite a bit of wickedness. There seems to be.
Yeah, Salem is like
Hell for Eric.
a half a mile that way up the street. It sucks. I hate it.
Maybe you should go over there and make peace with the witches. That might solve
No.
your problem.
No, they can suck a bag of them. I hate them.
Well, now they're going to curse you. You keep this up and you're getting cursed.
Like my
Super
life
curse.
isn't cursed enough.
Oh, they can do much more than that. How would you like to be like, how would you like to relive the fish sticks and tuna sandwich days, but it's every day for the rest of eternity?
Oh, good Lord, no. Now I love tuna fish sandwiches, but I take it out of the can, put it on the bread, and that's it. I don't add anything.
Why just
That-
eat the can?
Just
Skip a step and
tuna
eat the can.
and bread.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll put lettuce in there. Sometimes.
Lettuce, tuna, and bread?
Yeah.
What is
Delicious.
the lubricant?
The pepper. I put black
Yannick,
pepper.
I think he's a witch. Yannick, I think he's a witch.
Yeah.
I'm fairly
Wait.
confident this statement has proven he's a witch.
What was that? The Amityville? Was that Salem?
The Amityville Horror.
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, that was something else. Yeah.
Because that house is a real house. And
It is a real house, yeah.
Yes.
There's I guess the people have actually died in it. So
They
Well,
probably tried to eat a tuna
tuna
and lettuce
fish without
sandwich.
mayo.
They're like, no. It just sounds to me
No,
like from
but
this
it's-
description, it sounds to me like that's probably what offed zombie Ray Borg. That's probably what killed him.
Yeah, Salem is not a good thing.
Ray
They
Borg-
Nice job,
Salem
Eric.
cigarettes, though.
Salem cigarettes. Yeah. I don't think that was from
Brand.
Salem, Massachusetts, though. I think that from a Salem from down south.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that had anything to do with Salem, Mass.
I gotta say, we make fun of a lot of Eric's food choices, but I gotta be honest, this tuna on bread thing, I'm not
it
feeling
is. It's ridiculous.
I'm not feeling it. It's,
Where else do you put tuna for? You don't put tuna on bread? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we mix it with mayo, so we have.
we put mayonnaise in
lubrication.
it and
It's
then
not
put
valid.
that's called a tuna sandwich.
No.
Called a tuna
No.
sandwich.
No.
It's not even a tuna sandwich. It's just tuna with bread.
Okay.
No, but I'm saying if you put the mayonnaise in it, Bobby, if you actually combine, then it's a tuna sandwich. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's an
salad
abomination against the Lord.
and then you can put some lettuce in there, make it crunchy.
Yeah. Adds a
Where
little
does the lettuce come?
yes.
What would possess you to think lettuce belongs on there?
People
I'm
don't-
morally opposed to the first part, but then
people
add
don't
lettuce
put
does not
lettuce
make it
with
better.
tuna?
So
Wait a
if you have a
Come
clubhouse
on, man,
sandwich,
lettuce with tuna. Come on. What about
if you
tuna
have
salad?
a clubhouse sandwich with bacon you don't like, do you have mayo as no?
Well, that's the problem. Is that Eric is fighting
Not
mayo
like
in
a
all
BLT? Or
I
you
was-
don't have
Eric is fighting mayo the same way the Massachusettsans fight the R.
Massachusetts? Okay.
We
They're
don't
fighting
like
the R.
We don't like that R. It did.
Mm.
It hurt us somehow years ago, and we're still fighting.
Well, tell us where the R touched you.
Yeah, it's somewhere on the knee.
Somewhere.
Show me on the doll.
It touched me on the knee.
We've learned a lot of things tonight. Tonight is a night of revelations.
It is.
Truly revelations. Truly revelations. I don't know if it's a good thing. I question that. I will say, Bobby, out of all the decisions made tonight, the best decision was my grabbing a third beer. That was my favorite decision
think
of the
so.
night. Yeah, that was a great decision, all things considered. Especially when we got into tuna with bread and lettuce.
Yeah, and you're not drinking the water you used to drink, so it's having a different effect. It's almost like not having mayo on a tuna sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I won't eat. I won't eat it. It's disgusting. It is everything about it is
It makes it work.
no.
Egg salad, tuna salad, whatever. Gotta
Look, Eric,
be
not only can I
there.
question your food and life choices and drink my beer, in addition to that, I'm going to read Bobbles' comment. And then also, I was able to
Where
purchase a
is
couple of
Bobbles?
items.
Why does he not come on?
Well, we got to hear it. Wanted to hop on before I had to go out making Santa runs.
And I didn't know I won the doppelganger.
So far, yes, you did win. Your doppelganger was the winner in Silly Card of the Week.
And I
Yes.
believe that looks like me.
It,
You
I
did.
have
We
to
actually
give
do
Bobbles
believe that.
credit for
it is weird.
it is weird. And I looked at it and I went, damn,
That's
me.
me.
If I grew a big beard, if I could.
That was weird. That is you on a card. You need to get that card and tell people it's you.
Says here,
Okay.
it says, Merry Christmas to everyone and happy whatever else you celebrate. Hope everyone had a great day. And Eric.
And there.
And
Thank you,
there.
Bobbles. Appreciate you. I do the same thing. Tuna out of the can right to the bread. Do the same with egg salad. See, the bread part is the part. See, here's the thing.
What is egg salad if you don't have the mayo? It's
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
so
bread.
that.
seriously, for the record, the tuna out of the can, I don't have a problem with. I've totally eaten tuna, like it's fine. The bread part though, like without the mayonnaise in between, like I'm not following
But it
why I
holds
would even put it on
together.
bread then.
It's like
I don't understand why I would even put it with bread at all. I'll just eat it out of the can then. If I'm just gonna eat
basically,
tuna, then I'll just eat it out of the can. Hey, good news. Here's where pepper might make sense. I don't mind putting pepper on there. That's fine. That's fine. Like it adds
It's
a little
slight
zest to it.
binder.
It's fine.
It might
It
bind
just
a
adds
bit.
just a hint. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
not a hint. There's black in that thing.
Josh here says I had a roast beef sandwich with mayo tonight. So good. There you go.
Oh, mayo and mustard.
Ugh.
Debbie says Carlos was your first on-air assault of Eric ever determined. So I did go back and watch Eric's inaugural episode. I made general allusions to it. I don't know if I specifically insulted him. I
His
think it was more
inaugural
of a
on
general.
this channel.
You actually
Yes.
said we don't
wow.
bite, we're nice.
I'd like to see that.
That was
I could go
already
back.
the first mistake.
Yeah, listen, Yannick, I might be a man of peace, but I'm not a man necessarily. I am a man who has spoken truths. I don't always speak truths.
No, the
You know,
first
shadiness is my birthright. Yannick, shadiness is my birthright. This is what we do here.
I literally, guys, I said, okay, this is the video. I found minute 1, which is Eric basically just standing there like
Oh, well,
not
look, the important
knowing
thing,
what-
we're going to spend more time on this later. We'll touch on it tonight, but we're going to spend more time on this later.
New
I
Year.
will say though, my favorite thing about the first episode was when Eric showed up and he was all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, all the deference in the world to the Burrell.
Oh yeah.
Showing nothing but the utmost respect, he minded his P's and Q's, unlike the ungrateful swine he has become today. The jaded piece of crap that is before us right
all
now.
agreed.
Mayo-less.
I
Yeah.
agreed upon. I listen. I've said it 100 times what my origin story is. I was following Bobby around like a stalker on the YouTubes and he landed on your show. And
Yeah. You sound groupie-ish the first right away. Oh, I got your book. Your book is the greatest. I can't wait to have your app. I'm gonna be the first subscriber.
I've worshipped the ground you walk on. You are God to me.
And Carlos was just
And that
saying,
was
like,
just to
"We're
me,
nice.
let
Come
alone to
over
Bobby."
the show.
Oh
I'm
my
a
no,
goodness.
nice
it
guy.
was definitely not
I'm a
to
nice
you.
guy.
I do recall giving
Eric,
Bob-
the AI generated footage will clearly state
the
that
AI
it was to me.
generated, yeah.
That it was to me.
I recall. I don't remember all of it, and maybe I should go watch it again for a laugh. But I definitely recall giving Bobby his just due. And the first insult was what got me on there. The
You
insult.
insulted too?
That's what got me to come on on camera was the initial insult to the chat that nobody had the
There's a
gumption
challenge.
So
Nobody
I am
had-
your
to hit the link. And I went, well, that son of a bitch isn't going to say that to me.
oh.
And my life has been ruined ever since.
It's sort of a
The
good thing.
plan
though.
worked.
We try.
And come to find out, which we found out last week, Yannick was in the chat with me. and he was too much of a big baby, and he didn't hit the link.
Oh,
He got challenged.
I knew better.
He got challenged just like me, and he didn't hit
I
the
knew
link.
better. I said, I'm gonna wait and watch this dumbass go there first, and then I said,
then go
okay.
down. Yep.
So
Mhm.
I didn't know that, until last week when I was flipping through real quick, and I'm like, look who the hell's in the chat. No, so Puss in Boots over there didn't do a damn thing. He didn't hit the link and man up. I did.
Somebody had to.
So that first insult was the initial challenge.
Things
And
were
Colin-
happening in the hobby
Android.
at that time. We could talk for like 7 hours. It was great.
It was a whole other pandemic ago, man.
It was. Yeah, we need another pandemic, you know?
Quite a time, quite a time. Well, listen,
Yep.
that didn't bother me. It was fine by me. So here, just to kind of answer CC's here. I think we established that it's episode 46, I believe.
Yes.
Sounds-
Yes.
Oh,
So
is that what it is?
I have to
Okay.
look it up
Yes.
again. I don't know.
I believe we
Times were tough,
established.
man. Like,
I believe we
the
established
department
it's this one
store-
right here.
There you
I
go.
believe we established it's this one right here.
Yeah.
Episode number 46. There is young Eric.
Look
Bright-eyed,
at him
bushy
there.
tail.
Oh my god.
It's like, look at this, look at this. There he is. There he is. He's about to sit there and like lavish praise upon praise. Oh my God, it's the Burrell. My personal Jesus. It's a lot of
I recall giving Bobby his just due in that first video. Yes.
Okay.
All right, Eric Cash is trying to Bobby into Mayo in his basement. Truth.
Well, to Bobby, but definitely not to the Mayo.
I just
so
know
now
stuff.
you
I just know
acknowledge the
stuff.
try now. You acknowledge the try
Trinkets
now.
and, I just know stuff.
I see.
But now I'm on, the Gong Show. Holy fuck. Watch
Well,
it.
listen now. Well, now Eric now looks to a new god. He looks to Richard Scott for all his truth.
Yes, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
Although he said somebody is the king, but I haven't figured out who the king is.
God save the king.
Richard Petty.
Yes. Well, God Save the Queen is actually
He's
Another
the king now.
yes.
There you
What
go.
is that?
Is that Richard Petty auto?
That's a Richard Petty auto.
Richard Scott Petty auto.
Bobby, at the rate that's going, that's going to be the next thing. The next thing
I
is going to
think
be
so.
who shows a Richard Scott auto on the screen first. It's going to be the next challenge.
Well, you got the video.
Yep.
Bob,
I
you
gotta-
got to hear this, and you're the king.
I
Okay.
gotta get an
We'll
autograph.
take it from there.
book.
I was going to say first you got to buy the book and then get Richard Scott to sign it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have which one of these? I think I have an autographed copy of a Bobby Burrell book right there.
Which one?
Right there.
Ooh,
Bobby
you got the
Burrell
first one.
autograph.
That's the
Look at
first one. Actually, as simple of a book that is, it's probably one of the easiest for people to go through and figure out what is what. Very
don't know.
simple.
I've never looked at it. I just look at the first page where it's autographed.
okay,
And
yeah.
I just stare at that for hours, and then I got to go do other stuff.
Well, me and Roger made 1,000 copies of those. They go for about $150 now, something like that. Couldn't get $19.95 back in the day, but yeah, we can get $200 today.
With
I see.
over
The best part about
over
that book is
350 photos. How many over did you go? 351?
well, we did 1,000, and I think there was another 200 something beyond that. Roger still has them in his basement, so
Oh, so these are still available.
no, Roger's keeping them as hallmarks.
Why would you have stacks of these? Why wouldn't you just keep a few for yourself and then sell as many as you could to make money?
It's not about the money.
It's not about
It
the
was
money.
never about the money,
Never about
but
the
it's
money.
always been about the money.
It's always been.
Yeah, something like that. No,
Clear as
see,
mud.
we put it out there just to get it out there. I think it cost us, oh man, I think it was like 10 grand, something like that, to get them out there. So, it was it was something we just wanted to do and wasn't a profitable thing. And I went on to do the 2006. That one was very expensive. That cost me $37,000 up front that I had to pay. And I didn't have much advertisement. In 2015, I had to turn people away from advertisement. I just had too many people who wanted to be in the book. And those ones sold pretty good until I got to about 1,500. The last 500 took a long time to sell. That took about 3 to 5 years. And now they go for $200. So what are you going to do? Couldn't get $20 back then, but yeah, just the way it goes. And people come up to me today and go, "Hey, you got a new book?" "No, I got an app." "Oh, okay." Whatever that
It's
means.
not the same.
It isn't the same, and I understand that. But if you understand that the last book had 2,500 pictures, the app has 32,562 pictures. If you do that comparison, what's the math on that, Carlos?
We don't match.
Sorry, repeat that. Repeat the question.
90% up.
Sorry, what were the numbers?
2,500, and then we went to 32,652, I think, pictures
From
now.
2,500 to 32,000.
Yes.
So that would be about 11, 12, 1,100%.
Yeah. Okay. 90. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about 11x, give or take, about 11x and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what the app has, comparatively speaking, to the last book, or even prior to the other book, because the other book had 1,800, I think, something like.
Well, I think, Bobby, what I think what Eric is saying here is, I think the play. It seems to me, if anybody asks you about the book, what you need to do is you need to have a leather-bound special edition, leather-bound special edition that is basically just a holder for a smartphone, and the smartphone has the app in it, and he's just charged like 10 grand for it.
So it's kind of like one of those ones you peel.
Yeah, you just
out
open
and
it, and
has
like
it
literally
all
it's a phone,
etched
and
out
the
like
app is already loaded on it.
So it would be in the book itself. So it's sort of like the what is it? What's that movie? Shawshank Redemption, where it's all cut out and everything.
Yeah,
and then you just
basically.
take it out, and then you got the app, and then you just go in and
and then you can put it back after.
Yeah, after, and then put it and then put it away, and he locks
Put it on the
up.
shelf, and then they have a book.
Yeah, simple.
10 grand, easy. 10 grand each, easy.
Yep. But anyways, if you want to know the CFL part about that, if I have 32,000, I have 650 listings, let's just say, or different items that are listed, opposed to my books having 200, 250. There's 650 listings. With the CFL, there is 2,000 listings and 58,000 pictures. So, yeah, go figure, right? There is so much in CFL that you wouldn't believe, and it's hard to sell anyways in that regard for CFL, but there is so much more than there is hockey. And now once I get caught up to a certain point, I will probably come close. But they're talking about, they had a lot of team issue and photo issues, and it goes up to current times. You go through Jogo and you're talking about, thousands of pictures in itself, right? So so the CFL is a lot bigger than hockey, and they have a lot more stuff because their history actually goes back to 1870 something.
So I always make the distinction. If you're
Yes.
saying the CFL, it goes back to the 50s. If you're saying Canadian football, then yes, 1800s.
Yeah, it goes back. Yeah. We're
Because the
talking
CFL
rugby.
doesn't
Remember,
officially exist until
it was
the 50s.
rugby actually back then.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
wasn't-
officially exist until the 50s, where it's the CFL.
Yes, the RFU. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's other things, but it's the same idea.
that was
It's the same idea.
56, I think, when the RFU came in. Yeah. So yes, prior to that, it's called it's not even called football. It's called rugby, and but it's really football.
Yeah, it's basically the same as what
That makes sense.
crossover.
That's that's more good Canadian logic.
But if you look at what Andy has done, if you talk 32,000 picture, and every picture is a 16-digit code that relates to the year, the issue, the player, the team, and every code has to be exactly. You talk about what I have that he's done converted, and compared to what he has done in the last 7 years, it's like phenomenal.
Yep.
But hockey is a small part of it, but it's the major collectible part, opposed to CFL being the lesser.
Well, the league just isn't as popular. That's just the way it goes.
It is,
But
and
like
we
I said,
understand that.
I don't know what Eric is complaining about. Like they haven't invented hockey yet in Boston yet.
I know.
One
They
day,
will.
one day you'll get a professional team, and when you get a professional team out there, then you'll know.
I'm hoping someday because they
I'm just saying.
sure the hell don't have one this year.
No.
No,
Well,
absolutely
they
not.
skipped this year.
Yeah.
Hobby Champ says Eric seemed to have a lot of vests. Any denim vests, Eric?
I
Haven't
know.
had denim vest since the 80s with my patches
Vest?
on it. And this I just got tonight. This was a Christmas gift from my mother-in-law. So add this one to the list of vests that I have.
Yeah, it
like-
looks kind of gay, but anyways, yeah.
That's fine.
Just saying.
Yeah, I
Do you think it would have been? Do you think if she actually liked you, she would have gotten you sleeves?
She can't afford the sleeves.
I was
No.
gonna say the sleeves are like extra. It's a lot.
I pretty much have this with sleeves. I have a zipped up.
Did you take the sleeves off?
Zip. I have a 3/4 zip sweatshirt like this.
That you're wearing that is beyond me. Anyways, so
Why I'm wearing this is beyond you because it was a gift.
you don't wear gifts.
I don't wear
Please.
gifts. Oh, I don't
Please.
know. I like
Look,
it.
Eric, I'm going to question your commitment. I want to see real commitment to this. I think you should keep wearing the vest. I think you should go like much like your shoes that go in the laundry.
They
I think
do.
you should shower with the vest
Very
on.
similar, yes.
Shower with the vest on. I think you
Okay.
should shower with the vest on. I think you should just continue to wear the vest for like 6 months,
Okay.
regardless
No,
of
no
circumstance.
problem.
And again, if it gets hot or something, jump in the shower with the vest on.
And I have a puffy sailor vest. Yep.
A puffy sailor vest.
But you're not a sailor.
Is that sort of
No.
like the puffy shirt that Seinfeld had? No.
Mm.
Maybe.
I feel like the puffy sailor vest is a compliment to his puffy shirt that he wears when he does Romeo and Juliet reenactments outside.
that was the low talker on that one, I think.
Yeah.
Just assumed that was part of the deal. Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
On that bombshell, right now it is a perfect time for me to call it a night with this one. We're about to do the we're approaching midnight, so that's when we're going to do the present opening and everything. But thank you to everybody for joining in. Appreciate that. And fun chat as always. And we've learned a lot more about Eric, unfortunately. Thank you to Kathy for popping in and joining us. And Carlos Sr. also making his annual appearance. So did get that in as well. So we promised and we delivered. Not only that, we delivered extra. I only promised a Carlos Sr. cameo. You got a Carlos Sr. participation with the chat and with the people on the screen.
Yes.
Pretty
It's
good.
quite good.
Not gonna say. Let's say. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Collectivus, Festivus, whatever you celebrate, whatever works for you, whatever it is. Happy that. And then we'll be back on Friday. There'll be a regular live stream that'll be happening, and then probably some videos between now and then.
What's
There is
going to
a
happen on
podcast
New Year's,
episode.
though? We doing the
Oh, New
same
Year's
thing
is
New
happening.
Year's?
Oh, New Year's is happening. Yeah. Well, New Year's
yeah,
I'll be
okay.
back in my HQ. New Year's I'm back in the
All right.
HQ. Listen, I got a caseload of beer, Bobby. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. We're ready to go. Listen, Eric is already committed to staying here 24 straight hours into the year 2025. He will never leave.
I might even have a drink. Mm.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I
Yes.
might
Merry
just
Christmas.
have to
Absolutely.
have
Happy holidays.
one of your beers, whatever it is.
The Amsterdam ones?
I don't know, the 20% more, whatever.
Well, these are the 20% more. Like they're 500 and what is it?
I thought the
568
other one was
milliliters.
green.
So these are all the same brewery. It's Amsterdam Brewery,
Okay.
but this is the blonde lager.
Mhm.
These are the ones that the family prefers. Carlos Sr. prefers these, so they are
Oh,
here.
really?
Yeah, I grabbed the other one that is called the Bone Shaker. That's the brown. That's the brown can,
The brown one, yeah.
and that one's the IPA. The IPA is a
Okay.
stronger one.
I like
This
the
one's
IPA.
actually pretty good. Yeah, this one's actually pretty good still. It's pretty decent. This one is 5%. It's a standard lager. The other one is 7.1 because it's the IPA. It's a stronger one.
Ooh,
Yes, yes, indeed.
very
Eric
good.
seems sad that there's a show Friday. Eric is always sad because
Yeah.
Eric is sad because he does not get to continue the show endlessly until Friday. He would
Mhm.
rather we just went 7 straight days.
No, that's not all. Nope,
That's
not-
exactly what he wants.
Nope.
Merry Christmas,
7
all,
days.
and Eric. On that note, thank you everybody in the chat. On your way out, if you could hit the like button, Eric's paying for it. Do that.
100%.
The last Christmas present for everybody. Hit the like button. Eric's paying for it. Have yourselves a good one. We'll catch you in the next one. Happy holidays, and we'll catch you next time.
Merry Christmas, all.